A Court of Fairies and Fiction. Akafath Girls Podcast. Hosts Mel, Liv, Aka, and Lily. A bookish theory and discussion podcast for the Akatar, Crescent City, and Tug series, as well as our Fable Book Club reads. Season 3, Episode 10, Captivating Cosmic Connections.
Hello, everybody. We are back after a pretty long-ish hiatus for all four of us anyway. Today I am going to start with I had posted a reel last night about like stuff that I had, like a part 1 of crossover things that I connected while I've been reading Tog. Most of it is in the beginning of the series, don't worry. And I don't know if my volume's on. Okay, no, it isn't. So I just put things that I can't get out of my head with the Massiverse. And so the first one was so in Akatar, right? It says the story of Prithian, it began with Cauldron, Akatar, chapter 13. And then in Tog, it says there was something brewing, a cauldron that the king had journeyed to stir, in chapter 44. And then in Hofas, it says, Theon pulled a long blade from the cauldron, dripping water. 2 other figures stood there, veiled in the thick snow. So I said, if one figure was supposed to be Oleana, who blessed the Star Sword, does this mean the other figure was the king of Adarlan, since he was Valgan Asteri at the time?
I also have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why? 2 things. Why did the Archerons not buy chickens?
It's so random.
I know. I'm like, what? Why did I miss all
And
chickens?
how come Farah didn't raise a falcon to help her hunt?
Because they didn't have the money for animals.
No, she could have just stolen one from the woods.
Yeah, for real.
How I got my cat.
Well, and then it would have eaten, and then it would have died.
And I can imagine Elaine going to go cow tipping late at night. Why couldn't they do that and just take away a
I
cat?
can't take cow tipping seriously since that scene in the Cars movie with the
Yes, oh my
tractors.
god, me too.
Anytime I see cows, I start mooing like the tractors did in that movie. God.
What?
But yeah, so I mean, this kind of lends to the fact that Tog was a little more than 15,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Because this was in the beginning when they first made the Trove and the Blades, long before, Thea killed him and everything. So. Mm-hmm.
So, are we still thinking Tog came first and they created a world?
I don't think they created the world. I think like Maeve, the Valg inside of the King of Adarlan and Erewhon were trying to figure out how to world walk, and I think they did, but maybe they could only send one, and Erewhon wanted to, still be in the Tog world for the stuff that they had to do, so he probably sent the Valg dude that was in the King of Adarlan to Prithian.
It also hints at world walking and stuff was way more common back then too.
Yeah.
Oh hey.
Yeah. There were the archways and shit on the mountains. It was,
and I mean even in Crescent City they have the different gateways.
Mm-hmm.
To the Bone Quarter.
And
you're not going to tell me that the Bone Quarter that's covered in mist and stuff is not some kind of other world.
Right.
Also the whole door to hell.
Yeah. The rift and shit.
I feel like Erewhon and the King of Hybern are the same person.
Oh, Erewhon was killed though by Irene. But I do think that Hybern and Koshi are the other brothers, or could have been the other brothers. Maybe Hybern was Mantix.
But Hybern didn't really have a name. He was just King of Hybern, nicknamed Hybern.
He just had his title.
Similar.
Imagine being reduced to a title. You're so
King of Adarlan.
You're just a
King of Hybern.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I think that's definitely possible.
Could the King of Hybern been Theon by chance or no? No? Okay. All right. No.
I'm trying to think all of that shit happened 15,000 years ago. So Erewhon was already dead. Fionn was already dead. Thea was dead. Even Selene and Helena were dead. So by the time that ACOTAR happens.
So Celine and Helena, are they as old as Aelin and the whole Tog world?
Yeah,
they have
would
to
have
be,
been.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I think they're older.
Are they older? Oh
I
my
think they're
gosh.
older. I think they may have come from the Witch Kingdom.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
See, this is why I fucking hate Sarah's timelines again. Because, okay, Aelin was 17 in Assassin's Blade, right? She was what, 20, 21 in.
She was 18. Well, in Assassin's Blade, she was 16, just turned 17.
Yeah.
And then Tog, she was 18.
Yeah.
No, she just turned 18.
Yeah.
When she tried to attempt.
Yeah.
And then Dorian's like, hello.
Yeah, Dorian's like, hey. So yeah, so she was young, and then if the king went to the cauldron in the first Throne of Glass book, she was 18, and this stuff all happened. This was actually before they had Selene and Helena, because remember they had fertility issues, and she said they were married for a while. And she would pray and beg the mother for kids.
When she went through the gates, she was 19.
Yeah, so she's like, she was already being a badass when Selene and Helena were being birthed. So yeah, she's older than them, but by like 20 years or something.
Give or take.
Yeah, give or take. So, I can't wait to get to Kingdom of Ash because I want to see who comes through the portals for the Valg War.
Don't ruin it for me.
I haven't gotten there yet.
I don't even remember.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's been
Oh my god.
a handful of years.
Wait. What if Celine and Helena were the other two fairy queens?
Mab and Mora? Could have been.
God.
Okay, so here's the thing. They would have had to have been at least part, I don't know. Well, no, because they said their mother birthed them, so I guess they had to be Thea's. So I guess it
Their
depends
mother
on who
or the mother.
Because okay, so their appearance is a lot different. So that's why I'm just trying to think, like, would they have been part Valg, or would they have been infected by Valg, or something that where they could have changed their appearance? Because they were
and then what
very
I
much
said, it could
blonde.
be the mother that actually birthed them. So if they can change their appearance, then it would be some kind of goddess, possibly.
It's just weird because they're like, okay, our mother had fertility issues and she prayed and prayed and prayed for children, and then the mother gave her children, and she birthed us,
magically imbued
fixed her,
children.
and then she like betrayed her, and then that's why there was no high ladies and stuff, which kind of makes sense. But I'm just like, Thea and Fiona again had fucking blonde hair. The girls had jet black hair, and then Mab and Mora and Tog had blonde hair. So I'm
what about Gavin and Elena? Would they have been related to them?
I don't know. I feel like that again, the fucking family tree is so complicated in Tog. I'm just like, whack. Maybe, okay, hear me out, because people have been talking about Brannon's other family members. Maybe they were a branch of Brannon's other family members because they didn't have the fire, but maybe they had the shadows.
And Gavin.
And fucking Gavin.
He may have had siblings. I can't remember if he did or not.
See, I hate not knowing all the bloodlines. Hold on. Gavin Tog. He was also the one that went.
Oh my god!
He was also the one that betrayed them and went to the Sin Eater to have his sins eaten. Fucking Gavin. Okay, Gavin was fucking Like, Gavin looks like Jurian, actually.
Yeah, he does.
A lot.
Mel. I just realized something. Another parallel between Akatar and Tog.
Mhm.
Rhysand and Moore are cousins, right? One is a brunette, black hair mostly, and the other one is blonde. So are Dorian and Aelin.
Yeah, I know. And if Az is also a part of the line, he's also black haired.
I think he's close. He's closer resembles Dorian though. He closer resembles Dorian.
Gavin was the first king of Adarlan. Tall and lean, dark hair. Fell in love with Elena, the princess of Terrasen. They defeated Erewhon in the depths of the Rune Mountains. Eventually, they got married, and Brannon, Elena's father, gifted him with a large territory, the future kingdom of Adarlan. He is buried beneath the old castle. Yeah, we saw that. I do love how Brannon didn't like Gavin though. He really clocked it there. He was like, I don't like you, but my daughter loves you. Known relatives. Okay. Yeah, so the king of Adarlan is his descendant, so is Dorian, and so is Holland, obviously. So it doesn't say he had any siblings, no. Dang it. But dark hair, sapphire blue eyes. You know who does have sapphire blue eyes and the white blonde hair of Elena? Vivian.
Oh shit. Are you talking Vivian like Callias's mate?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because okay,
my
so
statement stands.
I know this because I was doing art of them, right? And I was like, oh, do they look like siblings? Like that's really weird if they look like siblings because they both have the white hair and like the ice blue eyes. So I had to look it up, and I was like, she has sapphire blue eyes, not ice blue eyes like Callias. So I was like, interesting.
SJM is so particular with her descriptions.
No.
That there's no way it's coincidence.
I know.
And the winter and Terrasen is cold, like the winter court.
And Dorian has ice magic.
Oh my god, that's right.
Dorian
He's
has
one of
ice
their
magic?
descendants. Yeah. The first magic that he got was the ice magic. And Azriel has ice magic.
I'm telling you. He's
So
Dorian's
is Azriel
heir.
also related to Vivian? Family wreath, guys. It's a family wreath.
Yeah, that's
a hard time like tracking everybody.
I know.
That's an egg shape.
Okay, Elena had unnamed siblings, so Mala and Brannon had a bunch of kids. But only Elena is named. So any of these courts could have been from any of their other kids. Unnamed siblings and unnamed children from Elena and Gavin. Yeah, soul destroy. Yeah, she was done. Hair color silver, eye color blue. Elena. Let me look up Vivian really quick because it's uncanny almost. Hair color white, eye color sapphire blue. But did Elena have like ice magic? I feel like it would be crazy if she did. Hold on. I really don't remember. Oh, okay. So she had immortality and then she had raw magic. So that was passed to Dorian. And his raw magic was like ice at first. Like the first part of his magic that he got was his ice magic. Later on, it was like the shadow hands and the... So what if Azriel, because he has the shadows, which can turn into whatever they want to be, and the ice? I think that Azriel is more related to Dorian than Rhys is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I think he might also be related to Vivian.
Ah.
I think.
Can you imagine what Azrael would have looked like if his family line hadn't bred with the Illyrians? He would have like the white hair, the blue eyes, but those Illyrian traits are really strong and dominant. So he does have the wings and the hazel eyes and everything, but he
I
has
still
the
love
ice
that.
Okay.
though.
But hazel eyes are so pretty.
Yeah, they
I have
are.
hazel
I was just
eyes,
gonna
yeah.
say.
But he
Come on,
does
we
have.
all know that if Az was in front of us, we would be like, oh.
I know.
Oh, definitely, yeah. No, I
Yeah.
was telling Mel about like name meanings and stuff with fan fiction, all that.
Yeah.
And Azrael, it's like an actual biblical name, and it means like God's helper or something like that. So like we'd look at him and be like, "Oh shit, you're from the heavens, hello."
Okay,
Oh,
what if Azrael is respectful and afraid of Nesta because Nesta has Deanna's power and Deanna's the one that destroyed Elena's soul.
You know, I was thinking he was just respectful and
I mean, he
that
is
sort of
anyway,
thing
but
because he's just a nice guy.
yeah.
And
I mean,
the
he is,
truly
but I'm
nice,
saying like in terms of like fear and stuff, they really
mean,
don't get where her power comes from, but it
no.
seems like Azrael understands more than anyone else.
Sometimes men are just scared of women, and they fall in love with them, and they treat them right. We don't need to say this because of magic powers or nothing.
Tar, Lily.
No, Lily
back
has
to
a
Tar.
point. I like that. Lily has a point.
She does, but I'm saying in terms of the world, the people claim that they don't really know what Nesta's power is, but Azrael seems to look at her and understand it.
I think his shadows, I mean, I've said this
Yeah.
before, I think his shadows have whispered to him a lot more than he's actually letting on.
Yeah.
Probably stuff about Morgan, stuff about Nesta, especially because she's got the silver flames. They probably, like, his shadows were like, oh, hey, bud, this is what that is.
That's a death god right there.
Yeah. No, but remember, we also talked about that, how she might not be like a death god because she's only killed, like,
I don't think
people.
she's going to be a death god until she does her drop.
Yeah.
Kind of like Aelin when she did her
But
drop into her power. And
But
then
I
she's
thought
like,
that
oh, I'm
we
a
said
god.
it was debatable that she already did her drop.
Yeah.
She's already done it.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Oh, she
Yeah.
hasn't. She doesn't even understand her powers still.
Yeah.
She has not done her drop yet. She did her ordeals, but not the drop.
Oh, okay.
Is the drop going to be
Bryce,
Cassian
like Bryce, had to do a physical drop that the Asteri set up to steal their magic. But
I want them to be besties. I want
know.
Bryce to come back and they just be besties.
I second that.
yeah. But then Aelin had to do her drop mentally when she was in the coffin, and it was like, oh, she reached the end. Nope. She reached the end. Nope. There's another level. Nope. There's a crazy underground garage. And she just kept going into that power until her fire turned blue.
No, her drop was when she went through the worlds. That was her literal drop.
No, her magic drop, her magic, like into the well of her power was in the coffin.
Oh, yeah. All right.
And then, cause it says like she finally found out the actual depth of the well of her magic. And that's the
drop. Yeah.
Remember? Because then Rowan was like, there was more. And she comes out with like blazing blue fire. It was blue. And that's like godly fucking fire. And I want Nesta. I'm really curious to see what Nesta's will turn into because she hasn't delved into the well of her magic or under the fucking well of her magic yet.
Neither has Feyre, if we're being honest.
I know. I need them to do their drops so bad.
Yeah, Feyre needs to get over herself.
If they're already afraid of Nesta, I just cannot wait for her I am a god moment like Aelin had. I'm so excited.
She's going to point that finger again.
Right? I need it so much because you know who else fucking pointed? Deanna. Deanna, who destroyed Elena.
Yeah.
And then the other thing.
Also, Elena is very close to Elaine.
Yeah. Oh, so
Yes.
many people have pointed that out. But so is Aelin. It's an anagram.
Yeah. But I'm not thinking of it as like an anagram or nothing like that. I'm thinking of it as like there might be some kind of actual true sibling rivalry that we see. And then Elaine actually does something with her powers.
We need the fucking book. Jesus Christ. It's been
I think
years.
I think there needs to just straight up be a book that like one of the books needs to just be about the three sisters.
Yes.
Because there's no like it's not just coincidental that there's three of them.
It's very male centered, and it's just like, give us one with just the sisters.
Yeah, you can only handle so much dick.
Where's that?
But then there's also the 3 stars above Ramiel. 3 stars, 3 sisters, 3 worlds.
I love it.
There's a lot of 3.
Yeah, a lot of 3.
A lot of 3, a lot of 7.
And it started out as a trilogy.
Yeah.
So maybe SJM could just be doing a whole other thing of just like, oh, let me put 3s to pay homage to the whole it was originally a trilogy.
Yeah.
I highly doubt she's thinking that though.
You guys, do you think that is possible? Like, is she gonna pull it where she's like, the Tog people are completely unrelated to ACOTAR? Like, do you think?
No way, because then she'd be completely retconning the whole Aelin falling through the world while Farah was pregnant and it was on Starfall.
Yeah, they're fucking related.
But it's like, who's related to who? Because I'm still confused by the family.
Okay. Well, Tamlin's obviously fucking related to Aelin. Let's be real.
He has to be, right?
Which I think is
for sure
hilarious because Rhys is all like, fuck Tamlin, I could miss him. Let me save his ancestor. And then he's
I think the hatred is a little bit of an act though.
Yes.
No, I think it's definitely a family feud.
Yeah, but I do think at this point they're 500 years old.
Rhys is immature.
But immaturity can only go so far. There has to. I'm giving a little grace to a character I can't really like because I told you, Mel, I reread that analysis that I did from when I started the first book to Silver Flames and stuff, and like I had some good points about Rhys of like. He mentions how everybody's wearing a mask of some kind. Like, yes, Tamlin had like the physical mask on his face during his curse, but everyone has some kind of mask. Yeah. Farah got to see Tamlin truly vulnerable, trying to take care of his court and all. She got to see Rhys literally on his knees from a nightmare. Like, that's as vulnerable as it gets, too.
Yeah.
She's seen Lucian vulnerable around his brothers. And so I think there might be a breaking point where we just kind of see just things fall apart because everyone's like, well, fuck, now I'm tired. I'm really tired of just faking it. Yeah. And I'm either going to kill everybody or I'm going to just break down.
Yeah, I mean, ACOTAR is literally the melting pot of fucking everything.
Melting pot, cauldron.
Yeah. Exactly. They come from the melting pot. Like, shake, shake, shake. Let's roll it out. Come on. It's a fucking magic 8-ball. Like, who's related to who today? But it's fucking wild because, again, you have 15 fucking thousand years of bloodlines. So everyone's mixing with everyone's mixing with everyone, mixing with everyone, and they're all fucking related. I don't think she's gonna.
And then there's Amren,
fucking family tree.
And then there's Amren, who's just dusty as shit.
She's literally just like one of them.
Oh my gosh, you did
dusty,
not
musty, and crusty.
Just a little bit. Are you coming to sit with me?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to listen?
No, but
okay.
Are you gonna find me these things?
Yeah, after I'm done podcasting. Can you say hi? Say hi to the girls.
I'll keep it PG-13.
I honestly do think that she could be serious because you don't know where the black holes are leading. I do think they lead to the cauldron. I think she popped up out of the cauldron at one point, and that's why she wasn't afraid to just jump back into it. I don't know. Because they deactivated it with the Book of Breathings. I think that's what she needed. But I'm actually really afraid that the Asteri are just gonna pop up. out of the cauldron in Credia. And that's how Draken and Miriam are gonna come.
Oh, that's right. They just sent it back to there. They didn't like find a new spot.
Yup. Mm-hmm. And it was originally in the frozen lake. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy, right? So I don't know. I'm like, there's 7 courts, there's 1 bad guy. This bad guy has to have some sort of backup in the back of his head other than the swans. Like, granted, swans are very angry.
But that's where the continent comes into play.
Yeah. And they're terrified of the continent coming into play because they're bigger than Prithian. But I feel like he has
Well,
to...
yeah, because with the map, we only know... You know what? I have one of the books right here. Because we don't know about every part of the continent, because there's just the continent, and then there's Valahan and Rask and stuff. But on like the main map, like we don't know about all this stuff, even in Nesta's book with the fancier stuff.
Yeah.
Well, no. There was Wrath. There was...
Yeah, but they're all up here in the north, and there's one that has... Rask has an arrow where we don't even see where it is. Like, we don't actually know how big the continent truly is.
Yeah, Valahan, Montesir, and Rask.
Yeah, because Montesir's right here, but then there's all of this.
That's the lake. That's Koshi's lake.
That's crazy. There's a castle right by it, too.
It's his castle and his lake.
I've never noticed that. But, I mean, besides that, there's still a bunch of other places.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel, you were right. We're going to have to do a live reaction to me reading the fan fictions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like I still think there's a possibility that Koshi in like either hologram or like something form could have been the astronomer, but I'm losing faith on that one. But at the very least, I feel like he's gonna need backup from his like Valgi siblings. I don't know. Like, this guy has just been rotting there for 15,000 years trying to free himself. Can't do it alone. I just, there's no backup. You haven't thought of a plan B, dude? There's no way. There is no way, because they're like, he's a death sorcerer lord and he's so clever and cunning. Like, how? What does he have up his sleeve then? What is he going to do? What are you so afraid of? Because if you weren't here 15,000 years ago when he got trapped in that lake, what kind of havoc was he reaping beforehand? We don't know. It bothers me that we have such a lack of information. And then she just shoves it in one whole book. And there's still many open threads.
You know what bothers me a lot? Is that we still have no ACOTAR 6 news.
I know!
What the heck is going on there?
Fucking years!
Like, what?
The way that she put out Crescent City 3 so quickly.
I know.
I'm like, what is happening? I honestly still say that she totally fucked herself with timeline. And she's just trying to make it make sense.
Yeah, she had to.
Because she literally did. She totally fucked herself up with timeline. And I made a point in my live today, again, say that the harp says that, you know, it can change the seasons and time and order of worlds. I'm like, so you already don't have a timeline and you're going to be messing with the order of said timeline that you don't even have? I'm so confused.
Unless she has just this whole secret notebook where she has everything like planned out and she's purposely doing it to try and like get us to notice it. That's like Taylor Swift kind of stuff though. And like, that's too much.
Can you hint at something 3 years in advance? She did. And she did. And she did.
Too much. Too much from a brain.
I loved that though, that she was hinting at Life of a Showgirl for 3 fucking years. That was, it's top.
It is impressive.
It's like, top tier Easter egging. And everyone's like, Sarah J. Maas is the Taylor Swift of whatever. But I was like, okay, but that was 3 years. 5 years? 5? What clues have we not picked up on? Because I feel like I've combed over everything at this point.
I feel like at this point, it's not even we need to pick up on more stuff. It's more of just she needs to actually write the book.
She just has to-
Yep, agreed.
He has.
Like, I know things are planned out and all this other stuff, but like you can't just announce the rough draft is done and then not be like giving hints. Because she's not even online.
Yeah.
No, she's not.
Like I remember with her other books and stuff, like
She was
she would
always
be
online.
Yeah. And I get it. She has a kid,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yes,
It's
you
true.
gotta
threatening, yeah.
live lives, stuff like that. But still, something.
She has.
Like you
two
have a
little
social
ones.
media manager now and a website manager. They can't post something.
That's
and
what's
instead
so
is
weird.
Yeah, and instead is doing new licensing deals.
Ugh.
Big name licensing rather than, I don't know, creative ones.
Don't get me started on
That's
that.
I don't understand because like also unless it's just their marketing ploy, like absence makes the heart grow fonder
No.
or whatever.
Absence
I know.
makes me want
It's
to
making
push
the
it off a
fandom
bridge.
piss the fuck
Yeah.
off. That's what it's doing.
Yeah.
We are going to resort to violence.
Like
Agreed.
they've already threatened violence.
No, that's the thing. I've seen some people talking about like because it's taking so long, people are starting to like want to just get rid of the books altogether. Like they don't want to own them anymore. It's just like it's because it's like with was it Game of Thrones where they're still making where he's still making the prequel books or something? It's taking so long to do it. It's taken like 10 years.
People just don't want to wait.
Or with video games, with GTA 6 taking forever. Like the meme of, got such and such before GTA 6 can only last so long.
Yeah.
And this is the game where they were talking about where you could play as a woman. Like this whole big thing.
Yeah.
And it's still taking forever since they started releasing videos on it. And now there's nothing really. It makes no sense.
People are just done. They're annoyed.
Yeah.
It's
the
interesting
fandom
because,
can only
like,
go so far.
It would be completely different if you were giving updates like, oh, this life thing happened, so it's postponed. Or
like fan fiction writers.
This is the tentative timeline. It'll take this many years. Just anything.
Want to do that. She used to give life things like, hey, I just had surgery on my wrist.
Yeah.
Or I just had another baby.
And that stuff, it's like, oh my God, then take like 3 or 4 months to, not do anything online and then slowly work your way back up. Like, we'll understand.
But
the fandom's mostly women. We'll understand.
Guys, like, we had nothing for years and years and years, and then she just drops, rough draft is done in July, and nothing for months and months and months and still months.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Honestly, after Silver Flames came out and then like Crescent City was coming out and stuff, I was like, there's no way they're gonna like correlate or anything like that. Then she dropped, Crescent City 3, and I was just like, oh great, I'm gonna hate this now. Because I just had this like gut feeling that we wouldn't find out anything for forever, and then like we're gonna all move on with life. And like I honestly at this point I'm just like, great, so I'm gonna have like my first kid before this damn book comes out. That's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
And if she wants to do, she's contracted for these next 3 books, and she's like, oh, it's like an unspecified number. There's definitely going to be more than that. Are we going to be fucking 80, Sarah? You're going to be almost dead by the time you finish the series if you don't hurry the fuck up. Like,
I don't need an Emily Dickinson publishing in my lifetime, please and thank you.
The thing that bothers me, though, is even though, like, even between updates before her other books, like for Akasif, for example, we knew who the couple was.
Yeah.
We already fucking knew who the book was about. Yeah. What is the secrecy? Just say it's fucking Aleutian or Gwenriel. Just tell everybody so they're.
But also keep in mind she wasn't even communicating about the whole licensing changing either. Like, there was nothing on that until it was just, oh, hey, by the way, when your guys' stuff ends, you're going to have to go to them now. It was no, like, public.
I was like, what are you talking
There's
about?
no reasoning behind what her actions are. There's absolutely nothing. We
literally just got a fucking email one day. Like, huh?
And it wasn't even, there was
I
no
haven't even
reason
filled out
in the
that
email
contract
either.
yet. It's like a 10-page fucking contract. You have to go over, like, all your financials and all this shit. I'm like, she's gonna fucking decline me because I don't make anything for them. Like, I make nothing.
Yeah. You're also
like-
pro-Tamlin, which is against the fandom. Like, you're
So,
against the
like-
majority. She's probably not... I don't even think it's her that's actually going to go through them. I think
it isn't.
It's going to be someone from the actual licensing thing being like,
IMG,
all right, what
yeah.
can make us the most money? Which means no, anti-majority of the fandom. So no pro-Tamlin stuff, no pro-Nesta more than likely. There's going to be limited Elaine stuff. There's probably
It's gonna be stuff that doesn't even go with canon just because it looks good. Like
I was
got the
thinking it might not
fucking
even be
bags.
stuff that most of us want. Like how
The
I
fucking
was showing
bags.
you, I have those 3D printed surreals.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's going to be probably bags, basic ass home decor,
Yeah.
like that sort of stuff.
She already got copyrights and stuff for makeup and like booze.
Okay, booze would be interesting. Because then you could have like
And like perfumes,
Morgan's
I
red
think.
wine.
Yeah.
Perfumes. We already got candles with everyone.
I
Why would we need the perfumes? Also, I don't know what other women are like, but I have the 2 perfumes I use, and that is all I touch.
Yeah. But she definitely had like makeup swatches and shit in her live a couple years ago. And everyone was like,
and again,
guitar makeup!
He doesn't even do
looking at-
lives anymore.
Yeah. And when was the last time she did an interview?
It was Crescent City
September of
3.
2023 for CC3.
Yeah, remember,
We
we
got
So
it.
it hasn't even been an
Yeah.
ACOTAR.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Spotify. Remember?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, with the teacup.
But that wasn't one that fans could join.
No, but it was still an interview.
Yeah.
And her last interview was hella weird. The one that we did join, it was very bizarre for Sarah.
Oh? Because
It
I
was-
don't
which
watch
one was
any of
that?
that
It was
stuff.
hella weird. No, it was the CC3 one. She was like really shady.
Yeah, she like wouldn't answer any of the questions, like was super vague on absolutely everything.
Not even Taylor Swift is that vague.
No,
But
I know.
that's also why I don't watch that stuff. Like our interview with Amanda was
She's
the
like,
first
"I'm
time I'd
gonna
ever watched
pass
any
on
kind
this
of.
one." What do you mean you're gonna pass on this one? What the fuck? Our Hunt and Bryce endgame. She's like, yeah, like if they survive CC3, they survived CC3, and you still have fuckers who are like, Bryce Real is endgame. Shut the fuck up.
Bryce,
Like-
hold on. There are people putting Bryce and Azrael together.
Yes.
Yes, it's a big movement.
It's
Actually,
a big
and I
fucking
will-
movement. They're so
Because I
goddamn
haven't heard
obnoxious.
anything on it.
They're
It's
so
obviously not that
self-righteous
big.
and obnoxious too. They're so annoying.
Okay, hold on.
Y'all are so bad.
Hold on. No, because what
hate it.
I need
hate
to bite
them.
my tongue because what I was about to say was going to be so offensive to y'all too.
Do not.
Hold
No.
on.
No, I was going to say everybody's obnoxious in the fandom.
No,
But
they
I'm
are,
not
but
gonna
I
be
mean, they're a
worried.
different level of obnoxious. Like, they're the people that think they know better than the author. If she's telling you people are endgame if they survive one of her
That's really
books, they
funny.
are fucking endgame.
That's so
Stop.
funny because those are the same people who try to cancel people over.
I know.
That's oh my gosh! It's like you guys are actually crazy.
Literally, they're actually certifiably insane. I don't understand them. They have a whole fucking Reddit where they just fucking echo chamber each other. It's
About what,
crazy.
So the Reddit the only like
Ugh.
fandom Reddit I'm a part of is the non-toxic ACOTAR because the moderators actually do a really good job.
I
of
got
being like,
kicked
oh
from
hey,
that one.
we're Mel. I was gonna say they do a really good job of making
No,
sure
they don't
that
because
no one's
they're
like.
Fazan stands and they got pissed that I was posting about Tamlin.
No, I've posted about Tamlin on there. I've seen other people posting about Tamlin, and it stays up.
They got pissed.
Oh, it's not because you post about Tamlin, Mel.
Yeah,
What?
Tamlin stuff stays up on there. Tamlin fan art, Tamlin with Briar, Tamlin with Farah, Tamlin with like
I don't know why then.
barren secret love
It's
child.
because of the damn smear campaign they have against you. I
Yeah,
swear
I
to
think
God.
I know who you are.
Probably.
Wait,
'Cause
can
you
you guys
also-
send me
you-
this Reddit? I
Yeah,
want to be
I
part
can-
of it.
I can send you the link for it.
Yes, please.
I'm in a few Reddits, but
I don't. I'm
You
not
also
on
okay,
Reddit.
Mel, do you openly
Reddit
post what
is
your
so
Reddit
much
name
fun.
is?
I have the same fucking username for everything, dude.
That's how
Why
they know
would
it's
I
you.
not?
That's how they
I
know
know.
it's you.
Well, they're
On
gonna know it's me by
everything.
the content I post fucking anyway.
Do
No,
they?
they won't.
It's
Okay,
the
guys.
same fucking theories that I post.
Fun
They know.
fact, I've actually read Mel's older fan fictions back when she was like publishing them, like the Sherlock ones. We found this out, what was it, last night? That I was actually one of her fans for her Sherlock fan fiction.
Yes!
And like a couple Nancy Drew ones.
It was crazy.
Love Nancy
Yeah.
Drew, though. She's
But-
so cool.
I didn't know it was her.
I wrote
different
like,
names.
a shit ton of Sherlock fanfics. And
By
she was
the
like,
way,
I've read that one. And I've read that one.
And
And
then
I've
she
read that
read
one. I was
like
like, that's
the
me.
synopsis. So she read like a note or said, yeah, the note where you were like, oh, I have to post this because I have work or something. And I was like, wait a minute, I remember that note specifically. But I wasn't allowed to have like Wattpad at, like
She was a
growing up.
baby when I was
So
in high school.
No, you were 17 and I was 13. That's not baby. We were still teenagers at the same time. But I couldn't actually have like a Wattpad account to make comments and like it and stuff like that. So I had to be all secretive, being like, "Oh, I'm reading stuff."
I love that she read one of my fics as her secret fix.
Oh yeah, no. I had her fix. I had like Draco and Hermione. Draco
That
and
was such like
Harry,
an out of body spiritual
By the way-
experience when you were
by
like,
the
I was
way-
your fan.
Yeah.
by the way, did you know that Sarah used to actually be on fiction.net?
It was Queen of Glass before it was Throne of Glass.
Yep.
Mhm.
I had yeah. That's why I took longer to
place
read the
was
series.
hopping.
That place was crazy. I was never on fiction.net, but I was on
I think it's still hold on.
I was
can
on
look to see if it's
fanfiction.net.
still-
Can
I
we
was
still
on-
read that?
I was on both, but no, they had to take it down.
No, she took down all that shit. She took down her Pinterest, like anything that could give the fandom
Yeah.
any sort of clues.
She took down her Pinterest. I was so pissed.
I have not all. I have a good majority of the pictures from her Pinterest that I sent.
What
you
was the
before.
difference from Queen of Glass to Throne of Glass?
Once published.
Is that it? Well, and like, didn't in Queen of Glass, Dorian and Aelin got together?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
I opened the non-toxic Reddit.
To toxicity?
What
Wait,
does
I
it say?
can't see it. You're not-
See where Camlin goes. Have you ever noticed the little noise she makes? Oh, with Reese, it's not little. Reese is saying in his head, he's going, Farrah, darling. Moore is saying, yes, queen. Azrael's going, my high lady. And then Cassian has heart eyes and he's going, girl. Like in the...
That's weird.
People are fun.
Have you guys seen the fan art where it's like fuck Highburn on the wall and like Cassian's posing in front of it with like some sunglasses? Yeah.
I've seen fan art of when he blew up the building in summer.
I saw that too, yeah.
That one's so funny.
So cute. I love
Oh, hot take. Charles Melton is someone's dream recent.
it.
No.
Not really.
He played a character in the CW Riverdale, and he was really good at it, but he's not like dark enough for like fantasy. Like I don't think he could play. He was good at playing like a murder mystery kind of character because he was more so in the casino scenes when
Mhm.
Riverdale got weird.
But he's not like a mysterious.
But he's not like I can't picture him with Illyrian wings and brushing lint off his shoulder and being like, what's up?
Yeah.
No, he reminds me of when I used to know.
I mean, maybe he could be like, I don't know, one of the camp lords or some shit that just we see
Jurian?
once and
Maybe Jurian.
And I don't think Jurian.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he would be good as
I told you I literally can't see anybody as Jurian except Ben Barnes. I can't.
that's a
Yeah.
good one.
Jurian.
I honestly
He
do
is
think
Jurian.
Charles Melton would just be a good like basic Illyrian.
Yeah.
He's attractive. He
The forces.
wings on him. He's got the curly hair.
Maybe Balthazar. Balthy.
That would work.
You want to call him Balthy?
Balthy.
He can Balthazar.
Look at
Actually,
that little,
my
look at that
dream
little
cast-
smirk.
My dream cast for Balthazar is Noah Centineo.
he would actually.
Yes.
Wait, guys, he would actually be a good Azrael.
Nah, because he doesn't have hazel eyes.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
Azrael's way
I-
hotter than that. Sorry. Like he's just not-
Honestly, I agree. I don't actually have anyone in my head that could be Azrael. Like, I could probably
same.
make Mace dress up as Azrael, but he's not tall enough. Because he's 5'11", and I see Azrael as like 6'3". But like
6'6".
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Being 5'3", I can't see anyone taller than a foot than me. Like,
I mean,
taller than
my
me.
dream
But it's
Azrael.
like, dude, I'm trying to kiss you. I'm not trying to have you bend over in half.
Okay, so
Like-
my dream Azrael is Matthew Daddario, and my dream Briar is his sister.
I want someone playing Cassian to have Matthew Lillard's personality.
Who's Matthew Lillard?
Live action Scooby-Doo and the Scream movies.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Fine as a wine. One of the things I was taught was have kids with someone who is not just going to be a dad, but is going to be a husband and a father.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of guys nowadays are very much like, oh, I have to babysit the kids. No,
That's
they're
not
your
babysitting, it's your
children.
fucking child.
You're giving me a break.
Don't even
Yeah.
get me started. Pisses me off.
Yeah.
I hate.
Like, Cassian, fun uncle. He can babysit a kid. Azrael, that's a dad. He's gonna take his kids places.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so
I love that so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Everyone
you know.
says Cassian's a girl dad. I think Azrael's a girl dad.
No, that's the thing. The quiet, broody ones are typically the girl dads because they'll sit there and, like, Mace let me
They're
paint his
so
nails.
patient.
So, like,
Aww.
he's gonna sit there and he's gonna let his nails get painted by his daughter, and she's gonna do like bright pink.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Okay, so I feel like I really missed out because I never once got a DM like that. What the hell?
Liv, you think you missed out on getting a dick pic?
I have never gotten a dick pic.
Liv,
Okay.
have Ryan send you a dick pic.
Okay, you're welcome. I posted that
Hey,
one.
yeah, no, you know what you could do? Hey, send me a dick pic as your payment for dinner.
I love that. Okay, perfect.
Take it, and you can be like, here's your plate of food. No, the thing with dick pics, it's because it's creepy men who are just like, oh, I'm a part of the male loneliness epidemic, basically like Cassian. And yeah. He's done it. No, honest to God, Cassian seems like a character who would send a dick pic without consent.
Oh, he does.
I don't think,
100%.
well, no, because keep in mind, the deleted scene that I read,
The one
he definitely would have tried to do that.
Yeah.
But then there's Azrael, who
I
would
hate
be like,
that chapter. Ugh.
Azrael, on the other hand, would have
so
been
angry.
like, no, I don't want you to see it. I don't know. And then the woman would just take his pants off. That's how that would go. I really need a scene of Gwen and Azrael just like fully feral like cats. And like his shadows, like, you know.
Hi guys, we're back. I wanted to tell you guys something. I did a live today and I was talking to well, not really talking to, but she joined the live and was asking questions and stuff. Kristen, Henry's social media manager. I love her so much. She's so much fun.
I love that.
I love her. So she's the one that set up the live with me and Henry in December. December 7th, we have a date. And she was like, oh, probably like a huge chunk of those watches on his episode are mine. I was like, probably. But I was going to ask her like what we could do for the podcast page to get more engagement because she is a social media manager and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was talking about kind of like with Maddie on Fanfiction Friday, I was talking about fandoms and ships and all this stuff and like the Tumblr chaos and all that. And I was kind of like, oh, well, you know, I wrote fanfics for Sherlock before I wrote fanfics for this or whatever. And she's like, I literally wrote a Sherlock fanfic. She's like, and I think I've read yours.
Oh.
I'm like, the way that this happened twice in 2 days, like, that's crazy to me.
Shut the
Right?
front door.
I'm like, am I really that known? She's like,
I'm-
I shipped them too. I was like, thank God.
Do I remember details
Soul
of
sister.
said things? No, because it's been a
while.
many years since I've ever watched that show.
She's
but we
like-
were talking about it, and I was like, "You mean the Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock,
Yeah.
right? Not the Conan Arthur Doyle, right?"
No.
And she's like, "Yeah, of course the Benedict." I was like, "Okay, the hot one."
The hot one. Yeah.
And
And
I
she
mean,
was
that was like middle school, high school for me when I was watching it. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that was like the start of me getting into fandoms. And
She was like,
yeah.
I wrote mine on Wattpad. I was like, I had mine on Wattpad at first too. And she's like, I think I follow you.
That's
I was like,
amazing.
It's a small fucking world. Let me tell you.
It is a small world. That's crazy.
Like, I wonder how many people I've talked to that have read my Sherlock fan fiction because this is staggering to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was very funny. And then I told you this over text, but it's worth repeating for the podcast. I went on a tangent about Einar. And I know you weren't there. I was upset, and someone commented and they go, I see you're channeling Olivia today.
Oh my God.
They go, she's really rubbing off on you, huh?
They know me.
And I go, the hours that I've had to listen to her rant about Einar, she is rubbing off on me.
That is like the funniest. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in the entire fandom that has a crush on Einar, like majorly.
I don't even remember that name.
Guess, okay. So while I was ranting about him, guess who fucking joined the live?
Einar's
Who?
voice actor.
Yes.
Olivia, you missed out.
Maria joined my live to watch.
Did he hear you talk about Einar?
So okay, so I was talking and I was like, well, us in the podcast, we thought it would be really cool to have like a bad dads interview with Einar and Morven. And I was like, I can't figure out who the hell plays Morven, but I know that the guy who plays Riddick in Fourth Wing plays Einar, and he's usually really good and does interviews and stuff. And Kristen was like, oh my God, yeah, I'm going to have to ask him if he knows or whatever. So I don't know if she popped off and told him I was on the live, because like 2 minutes later, it was like, Rob Maria has joined the live. And I was like, and I literally was like loading for like 5 minutes. I was like, hi, Rob. I was like fangirling.
Oh my
I
God,
don't even know how long he stayed, but I had like 6 people watching at that point. So I was like,
did he say anything?
no, but
He
I was just like,
watched?
I was just going off about Einar and how I was like, he literally could have gone either way, and he had ample opportunity for a redemption and all this stuff. And I'm like, then I was like, I want to know what the hell was in his files, because we don't know what was in the files. And I was just going off. And he probably listened to that whole thing and was like, they're going to message me tonight.
He knows it's coming. You should have told him, like, yeah, my co-host has a big crush on your character.
Well, I mean, Riddick is supposed to be like a really fun character in Fourth Wing too, that everyone loves.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy to me that he can play Riddick and then play like Einar.
Einar, who's so serious and like.
But do you
There's
know what
so
I
much-
found out too? You know who David plays in Fourth Wing?
Oh.
Jack Barlow.
Fucking Jack Barlow.
Jack
Barlow. Me and Maddie are like,
Cormac
what?
and Jack are the same voice actor.
Which is crazy because I have no real opinion on Cormac, but I hate Jack Barlow because every time he's gone, he comes back.
Which, hello, character assessment, he comes back. They come back.
2 different series completely. Entirely. Well, I feel like we have to ask about Jack Barlow. Like, I feel like we need to ask all the theory questions.
Oh, by the way.
That's an interview I wouldn't be at.
By the way, I told you guys I'm in the buddy read group with Kathy and Maddie, and they're so funny. Their voice notes, they have no idea what's coming. Maddie's like crushing on Micah so fucking bad. She's like, I think he needs a love interest, and I think he can be a redeemed little blonde boy, and he's gonna be all good.
He needs me.
Like, and I have warned her. I'm like, he is a piece of shit. She's like,
oh goodness,
he can redeem himself. He's okay. I'm like, you have no idea what's coming.
I love it. No, go ahead.
Sometimes they can redeem themselves. It's just that. It's just that other times,
but not Micah. And not Einar, apparently.
I know. To Maddie's credit, I also had a crush on Micah, and I was like, Micah's kind of hot. Like,
I did too.
And then when he asked Bryce, have you been there yet? Have you read that yet?
Yeah.
That he asked Bryce on a date. I was like, okay, like this is pretty hot.
Yeah, she's like, oh, please tell me something happens with them. I was like,
I know.
Please, no.
I wanted it to.
I'm like,
so
the biggest
bad.
mistake Bryce ever made was saving his ass.
I mean, the thing is, you could say, she said, please tell me something happens with them. You could say, yeah, something happens.
Something happens.
Technically, you're not lying or hiding anything. You're just saying what she wanted you to say.
Definitely something.
So they said after they finish Crescent City, they want to do a reread of Fourth Wing in the buddy.
Yes.
So they're like, you have to read it with us. I was like, fuck. I was like, fine, fine, I'll read it. Jesus.
Eka tried to get into it, and she said, you didn't like it, did you, Eka?
Yeah, she didn't like it.
No,
I didn't like the beginning that I read, but I'll try.
I feel like it gets a lot better.
My brain shuts down after a certain amount of reading. The author sounds amazing. Yeah. There's no hate towards the author. It's just, I think it's just the story.
Yeah.
It's just the story. My brain cannot compute.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I've gotten so many DMs too, like, please read Fourth Wing. I want to know what your theories on Fourth Wing are. Are you going to read Fourth Wing? Have you read Fourth Wing yet? I'm like, oh my God. I feel
like Fourth Wing wouldn't even be something that you would get into with theories like
I'm like,
ACOTAR,
it feels predictable
because it's only,
already.
It is. I don't like the third book.
Right.
I don't know
I
how many of
promise
us in this group have read the third book, but it took me 3 months to get through half of it, and then I just skimmed, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I already knew it."
Yeah.
No thanks.
And then people are freaking out because she's like, "Oh, if you don't want to read Xaden as the villain, skip book 4."
I saw that today. I literally just watched that. Her interview on.
If Sarah was smart, she would be like, "If you don't want to see Reese as a villain, skip book 6."
I know.
And people would read it anyway because they've been waiting for so long. For real.
Even my husband is like, when is she going to drop book 6? And I'm like, I don't know.
None of us know.
Everyone's getting impatient. It's taking too long. It's weird. It's really weird.
Really odd.
It's taking too long. It's just she's so quiet about it.
Yeah.
And like, homegirl, I need you to update us. You don't have to give us the full tea. Just tell us what flavor the tea is.
What's going on?
Literally, is it chamomile or is it cinnamon apple?
Does it have like Fireball whiskey in it?
Is it yellow or is it blue?
Is there edible glitter or rocks? Like those rocks that are actually chocolate. Really difficult to eat.
Are we gold or silver?
It's weird. I don't get why she's so quiet, unless it has to do with like how she got hacked the last time. Like, you guys, you know how that happened?
What?
Remember the book got
it was CC3 was leaked, but it was by like this like Japanese company.
I thought it was
and people had to translate it, and it was
really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody was reading CC3 on Threads. One of the people that I kind of keep tabs on, and she said CC3 spoiler, how is it that the High Fae were much worse years ago and progress is slow, yet everybody ruled with High Ladies at their side? High Ladies were the standard, but at some point this was forgotten, and now Reese is special for being progressive, but it was a standard. What happened? And then I commented, it wasn't forgotten. Celine refused to take the title because it came with more power, and she saw how more power corrupted her mother and led to the Daglin War. She didn't want to take that chance. From then on, females were not equal in power. And then I see it as Thea is kind of like Eve, the original sin by trusting the devil, aka Rigulus, even though Peleus, aka Adam, lied and manipulated her into it. The males weren't blamed because Thea invited Rigulus, however manipulated. The punishment was perpetuated by Celine.
That's a good answer.
Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah.
She doesn't have that much power anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it, and I was like,
she do?
yeah, because, like, oh, men have Adam's apples, okay. We have to fucking give birth. The fuck? So they got, what, nothing, and the females were taken out of power because of Thea. And Celine's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna bury her. It's for the best. And she was pretty much the first person who listened to her night court mate. So that's annoying, but like I kind of get where she was coming from. And it's funny too, because Bryce is almost a direct mirror to Celine, where she was like, fuck these titles, and ripped them all away.
Oh,
She's
that's
like, I hate Thea and her entire bloodline. I'm going to do the same thing as her kids.
I love it.
She didn't even, like, she's not even seeing it. Like, Bryce, Celine took away all the titles, and then only the men had them, and you're doing the exact same thing.
Ooh, yeah, actually, that's no good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then I had another little light bulb moment today when I was talking about, Lauren and all that stuff. But I was saying how Rune always says Cormac is his cousin. But when Cormac brings it up, he always says that he's Rune's mother's cousin. And when Rune and Cormac talk, they're like, oh, our destinies are the same. The Oracle said our fates are the same. And I'm like, well, everyone was like, oh, it means that they're both destined to be kings. No. It means that they're both destined to find their real fathers in Prithian. Their fates are the same because they were both from Prithian and ended up in Crescent City, and they will hopefully end up back in Prithian. Our fates are the same. Because Rune is not going to be a king. He never wanted to be a king, and Bryce got rid of the titles, so it can't be that. So how else are their fates the same? Unless Rune's going to get killed off. And I don't see that happening. So I think it's just because they're both children of Prithian.
I mean, of course I want to believe it, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen.
I also said, I was like, oh yeah, Olivia gets depressed every time I mention that Tamlin and Lauren are gonna like be reunited, but they changed so much that they're not gonna be endgame. Oh,
I hate that.
And I was like, she gets so upset. But I'm like, really, like people do grow and change and in opposite ways, and then you just aren't really compatible anymore. But I do think they're still gonna love each other, because if they have Rune, even if they don't have Rune together, like they thought they were mates at one point. So I think they're going to reunite. I just don't see them as endgame. Although I'm excited because I want Lauren to just chew the shit out of the inner circle. That's what I'm excited for.
Oh, she's totally going to chew the shit out of the inner circle. You know it. And she's going to chew the shit out of Restan for how he treated Tamlin, too.
Yeah, she's going to come back. She's going to be like, what the fuck is happening? You still got Illyrians being clipped? You still haven't fixed Huon City? What the hell, bro? And by the way, give me my ring, bitch. She takes her ring back from Farah, from the mom, because it's their bloodline.
Hopefully calls out Morrigan for being an alcoholic and supposedly being such a crazy, intense female and does nothing. Also, actually, you know what? I reread that battle in Valaris, and even from Farah's perspective, Rhys was doing stuff, Azrael and Cassian, Amryn were doing things, Farah was doing a bunch with the water wolves. And Morgan's just...
Where is she?
She wasn't doing anything to help any citizens. Try to, like, evacuate people. Because Valaris is a huge city. They talk about it, how it's not just that artist's quarter and you know, where the river house is and stuff and the townhouse. But there's, like, even some farmland and shit. Like, there's other stuff. There's a whole forest and everything.
Yeah.
She wasn't trying to evacuate anyone towards the forest or anything. Where was she for that? What does she do besides shit talk Eris, bitch about her father, and lie about her past?
I love it. I love that Maddie's on the Morgan.
Okay, but this is why Sarah's giving her own book.
Yeah, I hope it's a novella because I will skip it for 3 years like I did with Frost and Starlight.
No, it is a novella, but again, I'm gonna read it for Eris because it's gonna be the dual POV.
Literally, I had Frost and Starlight for so long, like 3 years before I ever actually read it. Because I just didn't want to pick it up. I was like, nah, it's not important right now. Nesta's book comes out, and I'm just like, ooh.
Maybe it's important.
Let me read it. Oh, look at that. Barely. So.
Like, it was just, everyone's like, it's a nice little Hallmark movie. No, that book inside is so much rage inside of my soul.
They're literally
no idea.
Bitching about it. I did, okay.
Cuddly about it.
The only cute and cuddly thing I noticed about it was the whole Elaine giving Azriel the stuff, like, here's for your headaches. Like, she's literally calling, that is the most casual way of saying everyone around us is so fucking annoying. Here's something to help you. Because it's the only thing I could think to give someone.
I mean, okay, if we want to get a little more sinister, what if she knows that Reese is doing something with Wordstone?
And
and that's like a potion to counteract
or even more again with my theory that she's doing the
truth
whole
shit.
silver tongue stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's giving
because
headaches.
Elaine knows so much shit. I just want to get in her fucking head.
Because I mean, Farrah mentioned multiple times. Farrah mentioned
what you're saying is Azriel's allergic to bullshit.
Yeah. But Farrah mentioned a bunch of times about how, like, being Fae, you don't taste the metallic tang of magic anymore.
Yeah.
And it's talked about how sometimes they get sort of sick feeling if they use too much.
You just get headaches
from the Daimati stuff. Yeah. Like, she even mentioned with her first instances of Reese going into her head, she's like, oh, this hurts. This is causing me pain. Oh my God, get out.
I also came across
someone's invading.
I came across another realization, and I know Olivia's gonna hate it, but someone posted on their Facebook page, on my book page, I follow other book pages, and they posted a fan art of Hunt and Shahar. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I saw that.
Did you see my comment?
No.
Oh, you didn't? I thought that's why you were rolling your eyes. Okay, let me pull up my comment real quick. Because you're going to be upset at me. Because I was like, holy shit. So I just posted because I had the realization. I put, it's funny how Shahar never said I love you to Hunt and Cassian never said I love you to Nesta. Shahar was then killed, and Cassian is foreshadowed to die.
If I could roll my eyes so large.
But it's true. Shahar never said I love you to Hunt.
I forgot that. Really?
Yeah.
She didn't say it at all?
Mm-mm.
Hunt said that?
Mm-hmm. Everyone was pissed in the comments. They're like, this bitch that just used him for power. I fucking hate Shahar. And everyone's like, well, give her a little credit. She came back to help. They're like, Ashley, shut up.
I agree with those comments.
The poster put, I hate this. I really do. And then someone else said, where is it foreshadowed? I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy when she killed McDreamy. I will do it again. And then I sent her the reel, and she did not comment back. But I was like, yeah, because Shahar never told Hunt that she loved him. Aelin never told Sam that she loved him. And Cassian hasn't told Nesta. and Shahar died, and Sam died. It's giving a pattern. I'm sorry.
I hate it so much. I absolutely hate it.
I literally just put it together today and I was like, oh, another pattern. Oh no. I mean, I had already done the reel on like the similarities between Sam and Cassian when we were reading Assassin's Blade.
Yeah, that was what got me, was when you like went over everything that was similar between them a couple months ago, and I was like, oh my god, no.
It's so much.
It's so much.
But think of this, right? What if she does almost the same thing? I know like Sam never came back or whatever, but he was technically human, right? So what if she does a similar thing with Cassian and like his spirit comes back to help them in the war somehow? That would be pretty cool.
That also sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I don't know.
But I mean, like Annalius, how he like drew the line on Ramiel. I think that would be kind of cool if like I was talking about how Crescent City and Tog, those worlds have a lot of statues and temples, and there's like none in Akatar. There's only like they know of the mother, but that's it.
There's like the 3 temples for the priestesses.
Yeah, there's just
the 3 main temples.
Yeah, but like there's
also we still don't know much
gods or anything.
We still don't know much about the continent either.
Yeah,
like there could be more stuff there, because Farah in Akatar, Farah mentions that mercenaries had started with the uprise in the amount of Fae killing people and stuff. When she was still human, the mercenaries and like hunters and stuff would pray to lost gods.
Yes,
because it had gotten so bad. What lost?
The
gods?
lost god.
How many are there?
Twilight.
It's
either the dog gods or the Astarians.
Erica's right.
Twilight of the Gods.
Twilight of the Gods, the prequel. But like my point is, like, they didn't even have a statue for Annalius. I think it would be cool if they had a statue for Cassian. If they made a statue of Cassian when he died. Because I feel like they would. The Inner Circle would.
And then absolutely would get a statue.
Especially if Nesta finds out she's pregnant, and then she could take her kids there. And be like, that's your dad.
I hate it so much.
But like, the angst of it is delicious.
I don't know. Okay, the only reason I think she's like changing as a writer, and I don't know if you guys agree with me on this or not, but the last interview that she gave, the one about CC3, she was kind of like laughing and like not mocking the fandom, but kind of making fun of us of how we're like, we see patterns like in her books and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember her like saying that.
She was like, I purposely made Hunt the love interest because I knew you guys were going to say it's not the first love interest.
Yeah. And so I'm wondering if she's thinking about changing things up a little bit. And that's the only thing that's giving me hope for Cassian, is that she's like changing her patterns up and trying to like keep us on our toes.
I mean, that doesn't really like save him. That just means she's going to kill him in a completely new way. like the Reese and Nesta fight, or the, ceasing to exist in the black hole, or something along the lines of that. I don't know. I'm still worried that the Asteria are just gonna pop the fuck up.
Oh, I think that they absolutely are, and I think that like Reese knows it. That's why he's unhinged. he is unhinged because he knows that they're coming for him.
He's gonna blame Nesta.
Yeah, that was crappy.
Why not? Because you gave her the mask. Yeah, she gave it the fuck back. So why is this my fault? Like, they would have used her dead body with the horn on it to come to Prithian anyway, whether or not she had the mask. Literally, her giving the mask did nothing to help the Asteri, only Bryce. And people tend to forget that, and it bothers me so much.
Did you guys? I saw this meme the other day about the bonus chapter in CC3. Did you see it? And is her name Jane Lynch when she was on Glee?
Oh my god, I love that woman with my whole soul.
I love Jane Lynch so much. She's so funny.
She's so funny.
Yep.
She's
Yep.
just so Sue Sylvester.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I only rewatch Glee because of that woman. I will skip over all of the stupid drama just to hear her fucking one-liners.
She's so good. But
Oh
it
my
was like
God.
SJM writing the bonus chapter, and then it was that clip of Jane where she's like, "I'm going to create an environment so toxic."
Toxic.
Oh my god, that's such a perfect scene for that sort of thing.
Wasn't it? It's so funny.
I love when all my fandoms cross over.
I know.
I had a question for Eka about Gabriel in the scene where, he dies.
If I
So-
can remember.
Well, it was like, close the gate, Adian, remember? And then they don't really see what happens, and then he just kind of finds his body. So I was thinking of that, and I went to the scene because I remembered that there was light involved. And it says, Gabriel lifted his sword and dagger, glowing golden in the dying light of the day. The gate shut behind him, sealing him out. And then later it says, golden light flashed on the battlefield, then went dark. So I said, what if Gabriel made the yielding? Adian didn't see everything. What if he was part shifter fae and part witch? The male ones were rare, but not that rare. What if he had to use that for the gate?
That would be interesting.
Because I said, what if the Valg ripped out his throat after he had already made the sacrifice, which would have rendered his body prone? And then that's what sealed the gate.
I miss Uncle Kitty Cat.
I love Gabriel. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it in full.
You have to. If I had to suffer through it, so do you.
No, I did. And then I also read how Adian was destroyed after. Oh, it's so sad. I feel like the close the gate, going by patterns and stuff, if she does continue her patterns and shit, I feel like the close the gate Adian thing might be like Lucian and Helion.
Oh my god, stop it.
Oh my god, don't hurt my feelings.
I know.
No, because listen, there's a reason that she set up Lucian to be the High Lord of Day. And I know Helion's a new High Lord already, but I feel like my theory of him and Lady A dying together, I feel like that kind of has weight, because if you think about it,
because she's the only mother.
Yeah, I know.
Aside from Farah.
And he would be the only good dad too. But the point is, the person that saved Nesta and Cassian was Nesta's sister. Lady A's sisters are already dead. So there's going to be nobody to save them from Koshi. And Lucian's probably going to be too late, and he's going to blame himself for it because she makes her favorite people fucking suffer. That's why she was like, he has a lot going on at the moment. One day he'll be happy. One day, that means you still have trauma planned. He can't do any more trauma.
Lucian has been through enough.
Lucian and Tamlin have been through enough.
And Tamlin. Absolutely.
But I do think it would open up, sadly, I do think it would open up Eris and Lucian's brotherly relationship, because Eris has been training to be High Lord his whole life. So kind of like how Rhys and Tamlin ascended at the same time, I think that's going to be Eris and Lucian. I think Baron and Helion are probably going to die around the same time. And I don't know, maybe Lady A tries to save Helion and she just can't do it and she goes with them. I don't know. I want Lucian to know, like Adian, I want Lucian to know that he's his dad before he dies. And I want him to be able to have a conversation with his mom before she dies. If they don't get closure with Lady A, I will riot. If he doesn't get to hug his mom again, I will cry.
I need to know what Lady A's name is.
Yeah. I know. It's just, And then I was thinking, like, all right, if she's kind of related to the Tog world, and we're like, all right, maybe Rowelyn Minorian something descendant, is she a part of the Nameless is My Price people?
Or there's another thing too. You notice how we don't even know Hybern's name?
Yeah, Hybern is definitely a part of that shit.
Wait. Listen, Hybern didn't have a name. He died. Mama Archeron didn't have a name. She died. Papa Archeron didn't have a name. He died.
Oh, it's a pattern.
I hate it.
No.
I will say at first, like, I initially didn't like Helion because I was like, oh, he's such a playboy, you know, and he needs to go get Lady A, but like I will be sad if he dies because he's a great character.
Oh, he's totally doing that to sate the bond.
Oh,
It's so sad.
it's so sad.
And again, like we've been over, like him and Lucian have the same coping mechanisms. Like if Elaine rejected Lucian, there's no way he wouldn't go and like try to drown his sorrows, you know? He was a rake. There's a reason he was called a rake in book 1, just like Daddy. And they have the same mask too. The whole, oh, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm happy-go-lucky. I'm a peacemaker. I'm a helper. What do you need?
Everything's fine with flames around him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're also, as much as Lucian is a clever fox, Helion is a snake. More than Eris, he is a snake. Why was he complimenting Hewn City? Why did he want to go to Hewn City so badly? I need to know. Do we think Helion could be the betrayal?
Absolutely not. That's
Why?
just, I'm saying that because I find him hot. I
to the inner circle, who cares?
I don't care. My sweet, delicious Helion cannot be a betrayer. Okay? He is.
Tell me why he was so fascinated with Hewn City that he had to stay there for 2 hours.
Fascinated with Hewn City. That, like, it actually said,
No.
okay, it's a terrible.
No, but he was like, "Oh, can I sit here for 2 hours?" First of all, 2 hours is like a very
specific. It's very specific.
Frame.
But at the same time, if I were in a book series, like if I were a character, I would probably do the same shit of just like, okay, well, my court is literally about knowledge, like libraries, all this stuff. You know,
I'm gonna go collect some.
I think I need to run a few experiments. I think I need to sit and just experience.
Yeah,
have my own personal knowledge. But also, he's hot. He is that diversity of he sleeps with everybody and anybody. Like, it breathes and it consents, he sleeps with it. Like, he's Zeus if Zeus liked consent.
Yeah. That was well said,
Crack theory. So,
love that.
Helion's sigil is the sun. The sun's on the Dread Trove, right? Dread Trove is equated to the Asteri. The Asteri's enemies are the princes of hell. What if Helion knows Thanatos?
Oh, I would bet.
Helion is like Azrael and Eris. They all know more than they're letting on. They just know how to play their cards.
Like, what if he went to Hewn City and was like, "Oh, I just need a couple hours"? What if he had a meeting with Thanatos?
Maybe.
Because why is he so affected by the mask? Why?
Maybe, or maybe Helion was fucking Thanatos' daughter, and that's why she was unruly.
I love that so much.
I like the whole secret affairs causing bullshit to happen. I like that.
He needs to stop.
It's dirty, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
No, let him keep going. Honestly, Helion is causing the problems that are so easy to solve by just not sleeping with someone. And you know what? Those problems can continue.
He's gonna do it anyway.
I love that.
Morgan, like all the problematic females. He's like, more.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. What problems does Helion actually cause?
Yeah.
All he does is just have sex.
He doesn't.
That's it. He's intelligent. He's funny. He's like he has quick
he's a dog.
Humor. Okay, cool. Put a leash on him and take him for a walk.
One way to put it.
That's a good way to put it.
Like, he needs
Question.
his freedom for a little bit. Run around the
That's
backyard,
like
you know?
Lucian.
Question. Okay. What if one of Helian's powers, because again, he seems to have 5 million powers. What if one of his powers is very similar to Moore's? So Moore can like kind of suss out the truth, right? What if he can suss out like certain tidbits of knowledge from people? What if that's why he sleeps with certain people? Because they let their guard down.
Wait. Piggybacking off of that before anyone responds, the whole theory that Moore is a silver tongue and Helion is a spell breaker,
Mm-hmm.
and he breaks the spell that Morgan creates, so he's able to see.
Yeah, because she
Truth?
still hasn't said yes to a threesome or foursome with him and the Illyrians. She hasn't slept with Helion yet. She won't do it. Why, Moore? You'll sleep with everybody else. Why not take the...
No, she did. She slept with him in Akawar.
Did
After the High
Yeah.
Lords meeting. She did it because she wanted to show Azriel that she will sleep with anyone but him. She wanted to
That's right,
remind
but how
him.
do we know that they actually slept together?
Because she
Because
She
she
was
came down
lying.
flushed.
Yeah.
The next
And those
morning.
things
next
can
day.
fake. You can fake, especially for 500 years old. I'm sure she put
I
on a
don't
little
think
extra
Helion is
rouge.
faking that
and-
smirk. Please.
No, but Helion can smirk when he knows information that somebody else doesn't.
True.
I
don't think that was faked though.
that Cassian
Damn it,
like
Moore,
Moore
dude.
was like, yeah.
Damn it, Moore.
Damn it, Moore, why'd you have to sleep with him?
No, I want Lucian to figure that.
Oh, well, these people
because I want
that
Moore to
hate
be
me
like-
have slept with my father.
I want
Yeah.
Moore to talk to Elaine and be like, "Hey, I've slept with his daddy. He's gonna be good in the sack."
God. Hey, Mel, remember how you said that everything's kind of like a circle? It's getting more into a circle.
It's getting more into
Even if there's not, like, children coming from it, it's still a circle of
Yep.
one-night stands.
Yeah.
And that should
Yep.
never be a thing.
Yeah.
I love.
But this is why, okay, this is why I was so glad that it wasn't an Azriel Nesta situation, because I would have hated that. Because,
Honestly,
like, his options are her sister or her best friend. And, like, that
Yeah.
wouldn't have gone well either way. I'm so
Okay,
glad she took that out.
but what if SJM had actually made Azriel and Nesta the mates?
Could've.
Because they do have a good sibling relationship,
Yeah.
but he also is the one who understands her. So I feel
Yeah.
like they would have had the least toxic, like they probably would have
Oh,
been
yeah.
so
They are
healthy
the least
together.
toxic.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone
Like-
says. Nesta is not toxic unless you fucking provoke
She
her.
is working on coping with actual
Yeah.
real life coping mechanisms that a lot of women use for the things that she has been through.
Mhm.
It's just that SJM didn't word it that way, and we were seeing it from the perspective of other people who in real life
Yep.
would be the toxic people enabling said behavior in their besties.
Piggybacking
your
off
friend
of
can-
that,
Yeah.
piggybacking off of that, I got a comment the other day, or it was on like a Nesta post that I saw, and it was like this condescending bitch, and she was like, "Hun, it's 2025.
course.
Don't try to excuse her emotional abuse with things she did because she had to." Because they're like, "Oh, she saved Farah and all this stuff." First of all, she didn't have to. And so
No.
I just commented, "Hun, it's 2025. It's about time you realize that shitty comments like this make you worse than Nesta."
I saw that.
Hashtag hypocrisy.
Okay, but
I
also,
saw that.
I'm going to piggyback off of that. If we're going to talk about how Nesta's manipulative and all this other stuff, okay, Morgan is an alcoholic. Amren's a lying piece of shit who's sleeping with someone's cousin from a different court just
Yeah.
because she can. Also, she drank literal animal blood.
Literal blood.
Reese can literally invade your most vulnerable state by getting into your mind without permission and just make you cease to exist. Cassian is a fucking perv. Azriel has so many issues that he would rather go kill and torture people. And I love Azriel. Baron beats his kids and wife. Eris does nothing to stop it because he most likely can't.
Can't.
Lady
He's being
A
beaten.
can't do anything to get away because she would just be killed most likely. Tamlin is having emotional breakdowns to the max because he doesn't understand how to cope. No one's ever
Tarquin's
helped
a
him
baby.
with anything. Night and Spring court went against each other and killed both families off for the most part because they can't cope. The king of Highburn decided, oh, let me just invade people because I can't have slaves. Amarantha couldn't be a pedophile. If we're genuinely going to get into Nesta being emotionally manipulative, everyone else is still worse. I'm so sorry to my neighbors yet again.
I loved that rant. That was probably like my favorite thing
seriously,
in a while.
I
actually think
a list of everything wrong.
I actually think Elaine is more emotionally manipulative than Nesta.
Oh yeah, Elaine, little miss. Oh, I'm sad and I'm the middle child and everything. My middle child siblings are fine. They're not doing stupid gardening, and as the only thing. I'm sorry. I'm
fucking gardening.
I love it.
Gardening itself is not stupid. The act of it is not stupid. It is Elaine thinking that is that and
she's using it as a pawn against people.
That's the thing. She could also
have their guard down around her.
She could use them as coping mechanisms as well. But the fact that she won't even look Lucian in the eyes, that is a personification of emotional manipulation. I'm not even going to look at you because I don't deem you worthy of me. That's how she's doing it. Mm-hmm. Now, it could just be simply she really is overstimulated and
No, it's the part when she fought with Nesta about their dad and she was like, you think I'm to blame for his death? And she turned it around on her. And then she goes
that is a
rise to Reese of all people.
Because she knows that Reese has a problem with Nesta, as we see in Nesta's book, that he just for some reason it's like
Elaine.
It's like how we are good people and the toxic people are the ones trying to say shit about us and just talk bad. It's actually no. I am the way I am because I care about my reputation. So I've done a lot of work to be a good person. Yeah. Yes, I've had some faults.
I've done the research.
Nesta has held herself accountable, and she knows she's a bitch. She's been clear about it. Of just I'm not wasted. And the thing is, keep in mind, Farrah told her not to marry the woodcutter's son, and she listened.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If I truly hated my younger sister to the point that people think Nesta hates Farrah,
that's why
the person.
That's why he assaulted her. Because she wanted to break it off.
She rejected him, and he said, oh, actually, you can't tell me no. And he took advantage.
Yeah.
He did something completely disrespectful
She's like,
to who
his
she
father
is.
beats his mother. You don't think he would do that? And then she was like, she listened to Feyre. Like, and it still happened she knows this. Yeah.
But she's not holding it over Farrah's head. She didn't go to her saying, oh, but by the way.
Even Feyre can admit that she's a raging bitch. And she even admits she's a hypocrite in some spots.
Yeah. Farrah literally is like,
Elaine
actually,
I'm
sometimes not that great.
Elaine has never said, anything of the sort except for when they were dogpiling on Nesta.
And the thing is,
she was just like, oh, I should probably stick up for her. She stuck up for me.
Also kept
she was like, you have to blame me. You blame
about
her.
The pregnancy.
But that was the one time.
Yeah. But Elaine kept it secret about the pregnancy too. Nesta's the only one who told Farrah. Everyone else kept it secret. And Farrah was just like, every fucking person, my other sister, my mate, his brothers, all of you kept it secret. The thing is, Azriel doesn't talk much. So I'd understand him keeping a secret anyways. He most likely knew before everyone if his shadows told him.
Too busy to even think about
that too. And Morrigan was often Valahan or something for most of the time. So she might not have even known.
Okay, here's the thing. We don't even know if he told Elaine. We don't know if he told Elaine about the wings. Unless she had a vision. I feel like if she had a vision, she would have told Farrah, though. Because Farrah told her first that she was pregnant.
Yeah, but Cassian likes to talk. I feel like Reese would have told Cassian. Cassian would have been like, hey, we don't want Nesta knowing about this stuff. So, you're knowing, but we don't want Nesta to know either.
That's literally how they did it.
Out, and then, and then Nesta finds out and is like, hey, Farrah, by the way, they're going to let you die.
Yeah. Well, okay, the problem that I have with Elaine and Farrah is, there are literal parts where Elaine does choose Farrah over Nesta. And then there's the part where Farrah was like, I told Elaine first about the baby because we're close now. And then later on, she's like, I don't know if she's anyone I would ever have fun with as a friend, but bitch, what? She's your sister.
Well,
what are you talking about? You told her about your baby first.
I can understand it. I can actually understand that.
But
Because-
then why would you tell her first if you're not that close to her? It's just, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, from my experience, like for a bit, I wasn't close with my siblings, but if I were to have gotten pregnant, I would have told them immediately. I would have been like, hey, I'm going to tell you, little sister, first, because you're going to be an aunt, and I want to have a conversation of how our dynamic is going to change a bit when I bring my own child into this world, who's, 13 years younger than you. Like, I want to talk about that one-on-one with you. And then I would have told the parent, like my parents, of like, hey, by the way, I'm pregnant. The siblings already know. I handled that.
I just find it odd that she told Elaine and not Nesta, because I feel like Nesta really needed a win in terms of Farrah, because Reese has been literally dictating everything. Even when Farrah was like, Reese, you need to shut the fuck up. Like, he didn't. So I feel like even
Again, Farrah doesn't have
needed
power,
that win
even
with
though
Nesta,
she has a title.
and she didn't tell Nesta. So it's like,
also, keep in mind, anytime there's
You're not
pregnancy in magic books, all of a sudden the person who's pregnant gets fucking stupider.
I know.
Like, Farrah literally just learned how to write, a year prior to this book?
Yeah.
And there's not much, she couldn't lose many more brain cells. So she lost one, and it's like, oh, all you can do is read and write.
Oh, what Tog book are you on? I think I asked you the other day. I forget. Are you on what, Air of Fire, Olivia?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not on Air of Fire yet. I literally have like 50 pages left on Crown of Midnight, and it's. I know. I'm trying to. I got hooked. I did something bad, and I like stopped Crown of Midnight, and I downloaded.
I did something bad and stopped reading. You just had to leave it at that. You just had to leave it at that.
I downloaded Mate by Allie Hazelwood, and it's been
Oh my god.
me.
Oh my god. I'm gonna read it. Do not spoil it. I'm so excited.
I won't say anything, but it's been like the only thing I've been listening to.
Ride, and so I'm looking forward to Mate.
It is so good.
Also, are you gonna do for the Tog? Are you gonna do the tandem read?
I'm doing the tandem read right now.
And
because I actually went online and I found like the full order of the tandem read.
I have
Every
the
single chapter,
ebook of
like,
the
in order.
tandem read.
I was thinking of getting it because they take place at the exact same time, just published.
Someone on
times.
someone on Etsy.
Yes,
put all
I think
of it together in a PDF.
Yeah, where I found it. Yeah,
that's amazing.
And I have it. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so
I
excited.
was thinking of doing.
Okay, Olivia, do you have highlights on Crown of Midnight yet?
I do, but like I haven't highlight. You mean like physically highlighted, or just like talking?
Do you do Kindle or hardcover, or like?
Oh, Kindle.
Okay, yeah. Do you have any highlights on your Kindle?
I have a lot of highlights on my Kindle.
Get it right now. Go get it. Go get it.
Let me pull it up. Hold on.
The first highlight I have for Crown of Midnight is literally chapter 2, and you want to know what the line is?
What?
The best lies were always mixed with truth. Who
Where
the
have
fuck
we-
says that? Eris.
I love it. I
Yep.
freaking love it.
I love it. Yeah, and then the amulet, she's like, the metal was always warm as though it had a life of its own. Another little thingy.
What's the amulet look like again?
Oh, and then I highlighted like
It's like an eye, isn't it?
yeah, it's the eye of Elena.
Elena.
Which is very weird because Reese put an eye on Farrah's palm.
Yes. I was
Yeah, but that was explained as to be like a
feline,
cat. Yeah,
cat eye.
feline cat pupil.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could make sense. He is a
yeah.
bit catty
But also-
sometimes.
Why is it a feline cat? Like, why is it a cat?
Honestly, it's probably because simplest reason, it's just the easiest to explain.
Yeah,
Everybody
sure.
knows how
Oh, he walks a
pinpoint
feline
a
grace.
cat. It's got the points at either end, and it can
Yeah. Dilate.
dilate to be a circle and stuff. But to have that in your palm, it also looks a little sinister, and it just. But I mean, if you were to say, oh, it's like Bovine. Do you even know what that is?
No.
That's a goat.
Yeah.
It's a horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
also
that
think
would
he
be
might
even
have done
more
a cat
unsettling.
eye. I also think he might have done a cat eye as like a haha sort of thing to Tamlin,
Yeah,
because if
he's
Tamlin knows
catty.
who he really is and knows that like hell is like the enemy of the Asteri and he's using a
Plus,
hell symbol
whoever
instead.
it is that Bryce is
Weird.
friends with from hell
That's right.
shifts into a cat.
Mm,
Yeah, Adis. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I was
Mhm.
like,
yeah.
That's right. I was
Adis.
thinking his name was Aiden. I keep forgetting that
Close.
it's not.
Aiden.
So close.
Yeah. I also highlighted it was just yellow. It says a traveling minstrel.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
She saw him playing the lyre with a traveling minstrel he sheltered in his hall. When she realized whose agenda she was aiding, she couldn't do it. She tried to bully and coax and bribe herself into doing it, but she couldn't. But still, she had to produce a murder scene and a body. So, like, this is so Tamlin. And that reminds me of Tamlin with Reese's sister. He couldn't do it. He had to produce a body. Right?
I'm telling you, that's what happened to them. The mom and the
Telling
sister.
you.
I swear.
I swear. That just, okay, she's using like already dead body parts. Come on.
Yeah. Like,
And he can
come on.
shift things. Really? Oh my gosh. She'd given Lord Nerol the same choice she'd given Sir Carlin: die right then or fake his own death and flee. Flee far and never use his given name again. So far, all of the 4 men she's been assigned to dispatch had chosen escape. That's why Lauren is probably using a middle name.
Yeah, she's using a different name because she had to flee. I literally was like, "This is the Tamlin mirror with Reese's sister."
She's
It's
literally
identical.
from her line. Come on.
Absolutely, and Tamlin is literally from Aelin's line. It's so obvious.
I know. And then Archer Finn was really giving Ianthe to me too. Archer.
I'm just getting to the point where Archer has come down into, you know how she opened up the portal with Nehemia?
Yeah.
I think that's how you say it. And
Yeah.
Archer's there circling like Aelin, and I stopped at that point, and that's where I read it. I was like, oh, shit's going down.
Oh my god.
But it's funny because I always thought Archer was like romantically interested in Aelin.
Yeah, yeah. But he was also using her at the same time.
Was he romantically interested in her or no?
He thought she was hot. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She kept up easily, nimble as a stag bounding through the woods. Wow.
It's how you don't get the foreshadowing there.
It's the fucking way that Tamlin has to kill the white stag. Why? Was that like his father or grandfather being like, oh, you need to kill that part of your bloodline? What? It's wild. Oh, Roland, stop. That was so traumatizing. I liked Roland. He's a conniving wretch and a sniveling, spoiled ass. Well, he's hot. Still, I loved Roland. Okay, she was wearing a lilac and ivory gown. Hello. Worn in the hope that spring would soon come. Who's wearing a lilac fucking gown in the CC2 bonus chapter in the hope that spring would come? Sarah. And then I just highlighted like townhouse, clock, like all the same things that Reese had.
I know, I'm like going through my highlights right now.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's been 1.5 years since she lost Sam.
Oh my
Stop
god.
it. Oh, and then Archer. Okay, this is what got me because I was like, Papa Archeron's bloodline or Mama Archeron's bloodline, right? It says the front door of the townhouse opened and Archer swaggered down the steps right into his waiting carriage. She barely caught a glimpse of his golden brown hair and fine clothes before he was whisked away.
I mean, it makes sense because historically speaking, your name or surname would be like your job. So his bloodline could have Archer could have come from like there being archers in his ancestry, and then it turns into Archeron.
Archer Finn, and then Archeron
as a surname in the future.
Yup. See, Sarah. And he was kind of like a playboy too. He could have had a secret kid, please.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it was someone from like, what's his face? The pirate.
Rolf?
Rolf, yeah, Rolf's bloodline. Because I still think Papa A was from Rolf's bloodline.
I mean,
actually
seeing
love
as
the theory.
Papa A being a merchant, that you could just be born with the talent of seafaring. Like you could go Moana with that stuff.
I really wished that Papa A had like that cool map on his hand. I wanted him to have it. I wanted him to have it.
Also, keep in mind,
and also-
Papa A was called King of like the Merchants or something. Like
Prince
he
of
was
Merchants.
really good at his job.
Prince of Merchants, yeah.
Yeah, Prince of Merchants. Usually you hear King of the Pirates or something.
Yeah. But I
Merchants
do
is just
love
more
I love
acceptable.
how Feyre was like, oh, it was a title passed down to cover their debts or whatever, like to make them look good even though they had debt. And I was like, oh.
But
shit.
even then, you know, if other people were saying that, then definitely at some point they were very good at what they did. And Papa A was good at what he did. He just had a bad investment that Tamlin saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a bad day that everyone and their mother
Had a
warned him
bad
about,
day.
and he did it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, Papa A's impulses, I see where Feyre gets it. Like,
And Nesta.
and
And
Elaine.
probably Elaine in the future. Yeah, they get a lot more of their personalities from their dad.
I
Their
know.
looks are definitely
They're
from
like,
their
oh, he
mom.
was such a scumbag. Dude, you do the same shit.
Also, keep in mind, Nesta did not like how he was at all. But
I know.
he was a father
Hmm.
having to raise his daughters who looked like his dead wife.
Yeah.
Especially how Farrah was constantly going on and on about, yeah, Nesta and I looked most like our
Yep.
mother with her eyes. And,
Yep.
and it's like, cool, which means he has now two of his wife basically hating him for his
Yeah.
existence. So he,
Yeah.
of course he's going to be depressed and just
Yeah.
whittle away at wood because he's like, I don't know what to do.
Okay, I
Elaine
am
had the
still
soft
curious
brown
to know.
eyes that he had.
I still want to know why he didn't try to get the cure to save the mother. I still think it was a bargain.
I honestly,
Because they're like, oh, they were so in love. But if they were so in love, why wouldn't you want to save her?
based on personal experience with my own family, seeing the person you love in the entire world whittling away and dying is just, you're going to have a conversation of, do you really want to be saved? And honestly,
Oh,
Mama
100%.
Mama
I
A
think-
could have just straight up been like, honestly, I don't want to come back from this.
Yeah.
She cared a
I
lot
just
about
wish
her
he told them
appearance
that, though.
and their
Like,
reputation.
why wouldn't you?
Hey, keep in mind, there are people in real life who don't tell their kids they're adopted until they're in their 30s. Like,
True.
sometimes it's just not a conversation
Yeah.
that you are ever ready to have. But she could have definitely, with how much she cared about the reputation and being, like, the life of the party, if she, it was typhus, she could have ended up, like, with some kind of, like, impairment, her skin had blemishes, something where she just would have felt like she was no longer worthy of being the type of personality she was. And she could have just been like, nah, I want to die. Just let me.
I also want to point out, like, where they talk about the rifts and everything, and then there's literally a place called Rifthold in Tog. Like,
Yeah.
it's an
Someone brought that
actual
up.
fucking town. What?
Almost as if it holds rifts.
holds rifts?
Each little cottage is a different world you can go to. And just
Also-
nobody talks about it.
Also, so Aelin was pretending to be human, fell in love with Sam got killed. Lysandra was pretending to be human, fell in love with Wesley got killed. Cormac
Stop
was
making
pretending
patterns.
to be, I guess, human. Well, not really human, but whatever. Fell in love with Sophie got killed. So,
Supposedly
question-
killed.
no, Sophie's dead. We saw her body.
Ah, damn.
Wait, so does that mean Grayson is gonna die?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. That's where I was going with this. I either Grayson or Thomas, and I would love for it to be both of them. But
Well, Thomas
if Elaine
was-
pretends to be no, because Grayson already knows now because she did pretend, and he was like, "You piece of shit," and he got pissed or whatever. I would love for Nesta to pretend to be human and go back to Thomas and just be like,
that actually, that's also a really good coping mechanism where she can actually do the justice that she deserves because Cassian's not going to do it. Cassian's not
like,
gonna
I'll rip him apart.
He's not gonna
Okay,
deliver Thomas's head on a silver platter to Nesta to
He can do it her
his
damn
undying
self.
love.
Like,
Yeah,
True.
but at the same time, if it were to be Cassian, it would be a good time to say, "Hey, I'm really, really sorry. I didn't do anything to help you. Here is this, and also I love you."
Yeah.
So if it were to happen, Olivia, that would be the only way I accept it.
Okay.
Is if he murders
I agree.
someone and gets down on one knee and says, "I'm proposing to you with your assaulter's
The head of
limbs.
Thomas.
And his organs in a bowl."
I love
Only
it.
way. It's better
Oh
than
my
a ring.
I'm obsessed with that. That'd be
But
so
now
awesome.
I'm
He's
kind of
the
like,
Lord of Bloodshed. There needs to be
Yeah.
bloodshed.
Agreed.
but I'm wondering, like, all right, so Elaine was the one who pretended to be human, but Grayson caught on. So is there going to be someone else who, I don't know. I would think Tamlin, but like, I don't know. Because it's always the human. I mean, Farrah technically died, but Tamlin wasn't pretending to be human.
But she got turned human, so it's a slightly different.
Yeah.
Or not turned human, turned Fae from human.
Turned Fae. Yeah.
So I feel like it still sort of sticks with the pattern, but it's like adjacent.
Yeah. So I'm like, I mean, it takes me back to Briar, I guess, being human and canon still. But I feel like at this point, you cannot kill off another love interest for Tamlin.
I don't think she'd get killed off. What if she's like half Fae? She could be the type of half Fae that's more human appearing and has more of a human scent too.
Or like Aelin, she's hiding it. She can shift into a human. And they're canon.
I don't think I could see Briar having that kind of power of shifting and stuff. But I could see that, like, with the whole, the Fae were attacking the human villages more over an unknown amount of years.
Yeah.
You know, Briar could have been from a village where it had been happening sooner than in Farah's. And, you know, there was an unsavory Fae male who got with a woman, and then Briar was created.
That would be so cool.
And, yeah.
I mean, I also kind of have a theory that maybe
I'm also
they're
just tired of people dying like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're
transformed.
Karanam too. And if that's true, she could use his shifting to shift herself.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Because then, like, she can be human when she needs, and then she can be Fae when she needs. And I feel like that
would actually be great for doing, like, sneaky stuff on the other side of the wall or the human side.
I was just
of the
going to
continent.
say it would help with the humans and the Fae.
It would make Briar have a personality.
I know.
Because she'd be sneaky, but she'd be like a chaotic good.
Yep.
So
I
like
need her to be a chaotic
she actually
good.
her and
Tamlin would be the best with a chaotic good. He is good.
It would be interesting to have her and Azrael be kind of cousins because they do also look similar.
And
with the very dark hair and the light eyes.
This was my point. So if she is from, like, again, I know they killed off the 13, but if she's from one of the 13's lines, or even Manon's line, say. Manon's, one of the 13 was Briar. Briar's cousin was Etta. They were considered the Shadows. And they literally were shadow singers, like Azrael. They were spies. They were born with the bright white hair of witches, but in order to blend into the shadows, they dyed it black. So I'm wondering if Briar is a descendant of that line of the witches, and she had maybe that kind of sort of magic. What if she was Azrael's cousin? It would be kind of cool if she was related to, like, him and Cormac. I know she didn't really have shadows, friend. Or there's also the thing where she just doesn't know she's part Fae and doesn't know she has magic yet. And maybe kind of like how Lucian, it kind of took Elaine being in fatal danger for his spell cleaving to come out. Maybe that could happen where, like, Tamlin's actually dying and she's, like, pleading with someone for him not to die, and then her magic comes out. That would be so cool. I just think that would be really cool. You know? And
I
then
love it.
and then I was talking about the theory of if she was related to Vasa, because again, we don't know who the fuck Vasa's or who the other heir could have been. Remember when they were like, oh, there was someone more difficult than Vasa that could have taken her place. So it would have been hilarious if that was Briar. and they didn't want her to take her place because Briar was a child of the blessed and she didn't think all Fae were bad. So they didn't want her to be one of the queens because the queens hated them when in that meeting. They were like, they hated them. And they killed Demetra for trusting them. And they sold Vasa for trusting them. So I could see maybe if she was related to Vasa in some certain way and she was like a princess of the mortal lands, I think that would work really well with Tamlin and the wall being down because then they could really show that the Fae and the humans can work together. I mean, it would be difficult, obviously, but I think it would work well to at least start to repair the damage. I just kind of, again, I worry about the Koshi War because we don't know what his fucking endgame is. Everyone's like, oh, okay, he probably just wants to conquer Prithian like Hybern, but we don't know what his endgame is. Okay, he wants out of the lake, but then what?
Yeah.
Then what?
Yeah.
Does he want to open the rift to bring the Daglin back? Like, what is his endgame?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like he's going to want to do what Lanthus wanted, which is bring back the Dust Court and take over. With the Dread Trove, using Nesta. I don't know. It's like there's so much. I just need some sort of, I don't know, some sort of something about ACOTAR.
We need the book. We need the book.
We need the book. Because how? How are you going to bang out a 900 and something page book in 5 weeks and spend 5 years on another one? 5 years in February.
Oh my god, like actually?
Yeah. ACOSIP was February 2021. Yeah. 5 years.
She's gonna wait for everyone to give up on the fandom and then say, oh, hey, here's the next 3 books all at once. Or
I literally said that. I would love if she just fucking dropped the next 3 books and is like, okay, I'm gonna go focus on the rest of Crescent City and Twilight of the Gods, and then I would do the new contract for more ACOTAR books. But like,
I'm saying she's gonna wait until everybody's so angry that they just are fucking done with it all and nobody's talking about it anymore. And then, like, she's gonna wait like 3 more years till everyone's just like, cool. Well, we started reading this like me. I started reading it, freshman year of high school, something like when it came out. And now I'm in my mid-20s. Like, is she going to wait till I'm 30? And then I'm just going to be like, cool, well, I have kids. I have a life. I don't care. Drops the next 3 books within 3 years of each other. And she's like, great. I have to read it because I have to know what happens. But
right?
And so everyone's going to read it out of spite. So she gets her money. And then everyone's going to hate it.
Yeah.
Because I have half a feeling where she's going to cater to the majority vote, but I also have a feeling that she's just going to piss everyone off. She's going to make all the recent lovers just hate that they were supporting him, and she's going to make everybody who loves Tamlin just be like, oh, great, so now you're just not giving anyone redemption. Okay.
Yeah. I'm worried about that. I do worry about that a lot, that she's actually going to just kill. I'm worried she's going to kill Tamlin off. You know what I mean?
I'm worried she's just going to kill everybody off. And the final book, everybody blows up.
The world explodes. The cauldron falls apart.
The Crescent City modern world created bombs all of a sudden, and now everything's gone.
Yeah.
It'd be a great way to just end everything.
Right.
I'm concerned. I mean, it's,
With it taking this long, and like we said, I think last night, there's no way she's only worked 5 years on the one draft.
Right?
She's definitely, like, this was her little bit of planning. I'll just being like, yeah, so now I'm going to say that it's done.
I'm still kind of convinced that she's just going to put out, like, The trilogy.
Watch it be the novella. No, watch it just be the novella.
If it's
No,
just
she
a
said it's the
novella, I'll
long
be
book.
so
It's not the
pissed.
novella.
Okay, but when we say long book, do we mean like
Long,
bigger
like
than
Kingdom
Silver
of Ash
Flames?
long.
Or
Yeah.
that really wasn't
Kingdom
that
of
long.
Ash was like 1,000 something pages. I think she means KO.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna grab Silver Flames and Kingdom of Ash. And
Silver
see which
Flames is
one's longer.
800 and something. CC3 is 900 and something, and KOA is like 1,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She say she's like it's chunky, isn't that how she
It's
described
a
it? She's like,
long book.
book.
She
Yeah.
did. Yeah. It's
All right, Kingdom of
Sarah.
Ash is 980 pages,
Yep.
not including the
Almost 1,000.
acknowledgements.
Yep.
Silver Flames is at
and
751.
Okay.
So Kingdom of Ash is the longest, but
and CC3 was 800 and something.
because of formatting, they're the same fucking size.
Yeah.
So are we really going to be getting one that's bigger?
Bigger than that.
And I mean, yeah, CC3 was,
Yeah.
I think, a little bit bigger too, but
Yeah,
like,
CC3 was
still.
like 890,
They're still-
80
yeah.
something pages. Yeah.
and still
She's like,
sucked.
it's gonna be a long book.
Cool. Are you turning into George R.R. Martin or Tolkien? No, actually, yeah, George R.R.
That would
Martin
be
has
great,
spent
but
10
can you
years
drop it at some
like
point?
writing one book, pissing everyone off for
Fuck.
him. But like Tolkien's the one that had the like big world building and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So is she trying to be the next Tolkien? Because
I don't
there's
know, I
no
mean-
way she's recreating the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings style stuff.
I
And he didn't piss off his fans either. He created a whole language. He made characters based on his wife because he loves her so much. Yeah.
Wait, who was the character based off his wife?
It was like the Elven Queen because she was the
Arwen?
most beautiful. Yeah, she was the most beautiful in the land, and that with canon is his wife because he loved her so much.
Oh my gosh, that's the
Yeah.
sweetest thing ever.
Yeah. And they
What is
specifically,
men?
when making the movies for the elves and stuff, they specifically went for supermodels and like because they had to be this perfect look. But they don't do that kind of effort anymore for this stuff.
No.
And I mean, the whole ACOTAR movie shit isn't even fucking happening anymore. Or TV
No.
show.
yeah,
It got
I'm so
completely
upset.
scrapped. Because nobody's good enough. They maybe should have just done fucking animation.
Animated.
In fact, she probably, if she'd done a Kickstarter like Critical Role, a
Dude,
D&D
do you know how
group-
much money that would bring?
No, that's the thing. Critical Role is now like they're starting up their 4th campaign soon. They're a bunch of voice actor best friends. They voice act for a bunch of video games and other TV shows,
Yeah.
like the League of Legends show Arcane.
Mhm.
Some of them did that. Ashley Johnson was the little girl Ellie in The Last of Us, and then played the mom in the show. But when they did the Kickstarter to do their very first animated show for their very first campaign, they did it through Amazon Prime and made like, you know what? I'll look it up.
a lot.
They made millions.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it. Well, like everyone, and this is like what everyone has been saying, right? If she did like a Castlevania style ACOTAR
Yeah.
show, and she could just use the voice actors
Yeah.
that we like from the graphic audio because we
It would
already
be so
love them.
perfect. Because
would be
they'd all be down for it too. But Critical
They
Role,
absolutely-
they had a goal of 7,500,000. How much do you think they made?
1 million.
11.3 million with 88,887 backers. And it was just for a 20-minute animated special. They are now on their 3rd or 4th show.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And that was
Yeah.
back in 2019 when they made that money.
Oh my god.
They've been doing D&D together for I think like 10 years. Maybe a little longer. It literally started as just a fun little shits and giggles home game. Then they decided to live stream it because it's voice
my God.
actors. So they get fun with it.
That's amazing. Sarah, we just need the animated series.
No. I found another mirror, which is kind of crazy. Just going through my Crown of Midnight highlights. So she's kind of telling Kay all about what happened with Farron and all that shit. And she said, Farron captured, tortured, and then murdered one of my ... companions. And then the next night I went out to repay the favor. It didn't end so well for me. That reminds me of when Cassian is telling them about Tanwin, one of my ... friends. And then Nesta was like, he meant more than friends. And so then
And Kale told it too, I think.
yeah, and then
He knew.
Kale's like, what was his name? And then she says, Sam, his name was Sam. And now this is what reminds me of Lucian and Jasminda, because she says, I don't even know where they buried him. I don't even know who I would ask about it. I failed him in every way that counted. I failed him. That's exactly what Lucian says about Jess. And then Kale, I forgot that Kale's girlfriend, fiance, one of those, was seduced by Roland, and he thought it would be hilarious for him to catch them in bed together.
So awful.
Lithian. And yeah, I forgot about Lithian. And she was like, oh, you loved her. And he was like, yeah. And then he said he doesn't know what became of her when they went back to Roland's town or whatever, of Mia. And then he says, did Sam love you? And she said, yes, more than anyone had ever loved her. He loved her enough to risk everything, to give up everything. He loved her so much that she still felt the echoes of it even now. Also like Lucian and Jasminda. It's so sad. Ugh.
I don't like that mirror.
I don't.
I feel so bad for Lucian.
Honestly,
he needs to catch a fucking break. Like,
I know. Oh my god. And then Mort, he's so fucking funny. I wish the house like had a voice kind of like Mort. It would have been, can you imagine? It would
Are you talking about Mort like King Julian?
Like the doorknob and Tog, the talking doorknob.
Oh, anytime I hear the name, okay, anytime I hear the name Mort, I'm thinking of King Julian. And the house just sounding like that. Nesta, I have more smart.
Oh, yeah. Mort. Oh my god, that would have been so funny. I could see the house like just talking with them during the sleepovers. That would have been so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Elena had said that she was a warrior too, but her armor was nowhere to be seen. Where had it gone? It was probably lying forgotten in a castle somewhere in the kingdoms. Forgotten. The same way legend had reduced the fierce warrior princess to nothing more than a damsel in a tower whom Gavin had rescued. That sounds kind of like Elaine. Elaine and Elena.
Yeah.
I don't think Elaine will be a warrior, though. But I find that odd, because it's like, all right, so she was stripped of her warrior status. Other people were stripped of their names. Other people were stripped of their powers. And we still don't know what the fuck Reese was stripped of. Why? Common sense. Yeah. And just the fucking control over the Valg. Okay. And then Mort says to Aelin, foreshadowing of her fucking up the worlds, he says, if I could leave you in peace, I would, but you have lived your life aware that you will never escape certain burdens. Whether you like it or not, you are bound to the fate of this world. Aelin, you bitch. There is a far deadlier power poised to devour the world. And what does the Suriel tell Feyre? You will be you go back to the manor, stay with the High Lord, or you will be devoured by the shadow over Prithian.
She was.
Yep. She was. Fucking Arabin. I hate him so much. Okay, also, she said, it was hard to look away from Archer, who had been and still was the most beautiful man she'd ever seen. Not handsome, beautiful. His skin glowed golden, even in the height of winter, and his green eyes, gods above and words save me. His mouth was a work of art, too, sensual lines and softness that begged to be explored.
Like Reese? Ew.
That sounded like a mate bond. Archer has golden brown hair and green eyes. Very interesting. Okay, what if she reorders the world and somehow, I hate saying this because Archer was a piece of shit. What if Archer was Feyre and Tamlin's kid? He has the golden brown hair and the green eyes, and his name is Archer. Like,
nah. Well,
if she reorders the
that
world,
one.
it fucks with that shit.
If she was
like,
to fully change everything up, possibly,
Yeah.
but I don't.
But like, he was the most beautiful man she'd ever seen. That sounds like a fucking mate bond. She didn't say that about Rowan. I don't. That's annoying. Expertly tailored tunic and pants, knee-high boots, and a heavy cloak. Literally what Tamlin wore. Archer's appeal had always been more ruggedly masculine. Broad muscled shoulders and powerful frame, a knowing smile, and his beautiful face radiated a sense of maleness that had her struggling to remember what she'd planned to say. That's like the exact definition of Tamlin. Except Archer was a fucking piece of shit. I mean, I guess he could have been one of the ancestors. I don't fucking know. But that's crazy. I almost didn't recognize you. You were just a girl when I saw you last. You were, gods above, I think you were 13. And she's like, I'm not 13 anymore. It would certainly seem that way. Ugh.
Yeah, now I'm a bitch.
And then she's like, you filled out a bit more too. Comes with the profession. Okay, I was pissed this entire time. Oh my god. But yeah, like, why does she use mate language there with her and Archer? That's annoying. Also, I will never forgive Archer for what the fuck he said about Sam. I hate this motherfucker. He was very much like Einar. He had a chance to be a good person, and he didn't.
Well, same can be said for Feyre.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The way that he talks about Sam, I hate it. I hate it so much. Kaltane! Hello, Kaltane. Kaltane lifted her head, her black eyes gleaming in recognition. Hello, Selena. It's Azriel's mommy! I'm never letting that go. Okay, and then, Aelin, this is why I say Aelin reminds me of Feyre in some parts, because she looks at Kaltane in the cell. She sees that she has a bucket as a toilet, a bucket of water, the crumbs of her last meal, and moldy hay. And then she thinks that's all she deserves. Bitch, you are awful. Come to laugh. I have some questions for you. I'm busy today. Come back tomorrow. She's busy trying to defeat the Valgan side of her, and good for her. What do you know about Roland Havillard? Kaltane's night dark eyes met Selena's. There was a hint of madness there. Like Jurian, but also weariness and exhaustion. I kind of feel like, again, we don't know what happened with Jurian, but Feyre's always like, that twinkle of madness in his eye, the madness in his gaze. And I'm like, that reminds me of Kaltane when she was infected.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, Jurian's soul was literally in an eye on a ring. He probably watched Amarantha and Rhys have sex.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
That can absolutely drive someone bad.
So was he infected by the dark part of the cauldron? Possibly.
But, I mean, the whole non-consensual voyeurism, that for sure can drive somebody mad.
I want to know if he can be trusted. Kaltane wheezed a laugh. None of us can be trusted. Well. The bruises.
Right, because that's not foreboding.
Okay, even like the bruises on her wrists, looked like handprints. Ugh, gross. Oh, Parrington. Okay, the fact that Parrington was like raping her. Gross.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't know. I still think that she's Azriel's mom. I think that's why he only visits once a year. I think that's why she's held up in her house, kind of similar to Lauren, but more lost to herself. Because of all this shit that happened. Because also, again, she would have left the world the same way that Cormac did. She immolated herself. It's crazy. Oh my god. And then she gave her the cloak. They encouraged the crows to fly past here. My headaches are worse every day, worse and full of all those flapping wings. Azriel. Oh. She couldn't hear any cause and certainly no flapping wings. Even if there were crows, the dungeon was so far underground that there was no way of hearing them. What do you mean? But Keltane had already curled in on herself again. Oh. I love how she gave her the cloak, though. Good job. Sometimes I think they brought me here, not to marry Parrington, but for another purpose. They want to use me. Use you for what? They never say. When they come down here, they never tell me what they want. I don't even remember. It's all just fragments, shards of a broken mirror, each gleaming with its own individual image. Sounds like Elaine. She was mad. Thanks for your help. Something is coming and I am to greet it. Elaine, Keltane. Also, the way that Azriel, I will repeat myself for the cajillionth time, the way that Azriel had to go and confirm with someone, aka his mom, about Elaine being a seer.
Yeah.
I 100%, I think his mom is Keltane. So badly. So badly. And she was having visions when she was possessed. And that's why I'm like, what if Koshi is possessing Elaine? My father used to tell me stories of Terrason's court, of the warriors and lords who served King Orlon in his inner circle, of the unrivaled power and bravery and loyalty of his court. That's why the King of Adarlan targeted Terrason first. It was the strongest, and because if Terrason had been given the chance to raise an army against him, Adarlan would have been annihilated. My father still says that if Terrason were to rise again, it might stand a chance. It would be a genuine threat to Adarlan. This very much sounds like the Night Court with Koshi. Because he's targeting Azriel, he's targeting Nesta, he's targeting Cassian. These are all inner circle members. Pretty much. Okay, and then I love how Archer's like defense of himself is, word damn me, I might be a whore, but I'm not a traitor.
That's where I draw the line. I'll fuck anybody,
but
I won't betray.
You're both, you fucking piece of shit. Like, they think that Aelin is alive and they're trying to find King Orlon's inner circle. Okay, The Walking Dead. Okay, how do we think it ended up in Crescent City? It was a sentient book, but how do we think it ended up in Crescent City?
Elena. Or Mort.
Perhaps. It says, she was about to turn away when a title caught her eye, a book with a single word mark written on the spine in blood red ink. She pulled it out and rushed to the desk, setting down the candle as she opened the book. It was full of word marks, every page covered with them, and with words in a language she didn't recognize. Nehemia had said it was secret knowledge, that the word marks were so old they'd been forgotten for centuries. Titles like this had been burned with the rest of the books on magic. She had found one in the palace library, The Walking Dead, but that had been a fluke. The art of using the word marks was lost. Only Nehemia's family knew how to properly use their power. But here in her hands, she flipped through the book. It was a riddle or some strange turn of phrase. It is only with the eye that one can see rightly. Yeah, freaking riddle. The Eye of Elena. Duh.
Or the eye on Ferris too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the truth
I'm
magic.
trying to think like what other. I mean, Elaine as a seer, maybe. Also, can we have Elaine please use Gloriella on somebody? It says, that's when the panic cleared enough for him to remember what she'd whispered. Gloriella, a poison used to temporarily paralyze victims. That's what was used on her with Rourke and Farron.
What if that was used on Tamlin under the mountain?
Maybe. That would be interesting. What if, okay, Jurian seems to know a lot about the like Valg and word marks and like crucifixion and stuff. What if he used Gloriella to paralyze Clythia before he crucified her?
Yeah.
Oh, that. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. He's so suspicious. I really don't know where she's going with this story. Again, there's a bunch of characters that are like Einar that could go in either fucking direction. Vasa, Jurian, Moore, Amryn, Elaine. There's so many. Oh yeah. So when I was first reading this, I was like, oh, so the glass castle was once the House of Wind, because this was before I knew they were different planets. Because I'm like, there's the castle, and then there's the library underneath the stone of the mountain. And I was like, crazy. Because it says, the library was too far away to connect to the tunnels attached to her rooms, but there could be more forgotten places beneath the castle. The polished marble floor gleamed under her feet. Chaol had said something once about a legend regarding a second library underground in catacombs and tunnels. If she were doing something that she didn't want others to find out about, if she were some foul creature who needed a place to hide, Bryaxis. Maybe she was a fool for looking into it, but she had to know. Maybe this thing would be able to give her some clues as to what was going on in the castle. Do we think that Bryaxis was one of the, what do you call it, Ritteraks?
Possibly.
Some foul creature. It was like, I feel like they were very violent, though. They weren't like they wouldn't taunt someone with nightmares. They would just outright gut them. But it's very similar to Bryaxis being in the pit of the library in Prythian.
Maybe.
Okay, there had been a day, she recalled, when she'd been poring over The Walking Dead and she'd felt something under her boots. Chaol later revealed that he'd been dragging his dagger along the floor to spook her, but the initial vibration had been different, like someone was drawing a claw along stone. Who draws a claw along stone other than Reese when he's trying to get Farah to open her mental shields?
Yeah, where it's the
These
claws
are
against the wall.
Literal Valg demons running their talons along the stone. Oh my gosh. She didn't know how long she'd been walking when she hit another wall, a corner. The bookcases here were all carved from ancient wood, their ends shaped into sentries, guards forever protecting the books held between them. It was here that the sconces ran out, and a glance down the back wall of the library revealed utter darkness. This is literally reminding me of, like, level 7, where Bryaxis was, because when Farah was feeling around the bookcases, she was like, it was pitch black. What? They're different worlds, though, unless, like, I mean, so you have this library in Tog, you have the House of Wind in Prythian, and you have Jessiba's library in Crescent City.
Oh, there's also Helian's library.
There's Helian's libraries, and there was
Eris's library.
The one from Crescent City that the Asteri destroyed. I can't think of the name right now. The original one where she saved the books from, that the humans had, watched the books in. Parthos, the Parthos library that Jessica saved the books from. So there's a lot of libraries with creepy things in them. Okay, and then Eka, remember when I was reading this and we went over the tapestry, and why does it seem like kind of the tapestry that the Weaver did in Frost and Starlight? It says this tapestry was woven from red thread so dark it looked black and depicted nothing. She touched the ancient strands, marveling at the hue so deep that it seems to swallow her fingers in its darkness. The hair on the back of her neck rose. So
it's Vanta Black.
Yeah.
It's literally the Void from freaking Frost and Starlight. Selena put a hand on her dagger as she pulled the tapestry aside and swore again. Another secret door greeted her. Glancing around the stacks, listening for any footsteps or rustle of clothing, Selena pushed it open. A breeze, musty and thick, floated past her from the depths of the spiral stairwell revealed by the open door. So do we think there's something akin to the clock tower in the Night Court? I mean, I guess it would be like the prison, right? Because that is where people are trapped and powerless.
Maybe.
And it is not liberated yet.
The clock tower?
It was made of wordstone. It was preventing everyone from using magic.
I mean, yeah, the prison maybe.
Because it did have the black walls.
Yeah.
And actually, I think Amarantha, as we went over, I think Amarantha used the wordstone on Tamlin when he was sitting on the black throne.
If the thrones itself were some kind of wordstone, then yeah, it would dampen his power, but it would probably amplify hers if she's, some kind of unholy creation.
Exactly. And then there's like the monster that attacked her there in the dark. Again, reminds me of freaking Bryaxis, but Bryaxis actually spoke to Feyre. Like, it was interested. So it's like she's going down the spiral passages. She sees like the same sort of cavern depictions as we see in the prison. Like, remember how we saw like this, I say stick figures, but when we see like the people carved into the wall with like Thea on the throne and like the people around her, like remember when Nesta and Bryce were saying like the pictures on the wall? She sees the same thing in the clock tower, because it says the Greystone now depicted a forest and fae, delicately pointed ears and elongated canines. The fae lounged and danced and played music, content to bask in their immortality and ethereal beauty. That is the same depiction as in Crescent City 3. I just realized that. Because then Bryce is like, I love dancing. And Nesta's like, I love dancing. It's like, that ain't the point, but okay. Wow. Screenshotting this for later. That's crazy. Yeah, and then like everything smelled like iron. And then it was like doors and doors and doors and doors. Door made entirely of iron. Iron was the one element immune to magic, which is weird because it isn't in Prythian. So weird. Okay, this is what I laughed at when I read it, because it says, wherever it came from, magic had countless variations, abilities to heal, Dawn Court, to shapeshift, spring court, to summon flame, autumn court, water or storm, summer court, to encourage the growth of crops and plants, to glimpse the future, and on and on. Like all the Prithian people we know. But for some rare strong ones, when they held on to their power for too long, the iron in their blood caused fainting spells or worse. Hell yeah. Tamlin's definitely going to be the Sleeping Beauty trope. Fainting spells or worse. Oh, I don't know, like a magical coma if you're not using your magic. Ah.
No, it's after 8.
I know. Oh my gosh. Was it okay? Yeah. Wow. What? Oh my gosh. Selena studied the slender gap between the iron door and the stone. A shadow darker than the blackness beyond lingered on the other side. Okay. Two gleaming green gold orbs flashed in the shadows beyond. She lunged back, swiping the dagger with her, biting down on her lip to keep from cursing out loud. Eyes. Eyes gleaming in the dark. Eyes like an animal. Still, she crept forward, holding her breath as she angled the blade under the door to scan the darkness. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She watched the dagger's blade for a full minute, waiting for the eyes to reappear. But whatever it was had scuttled off. Tamlin. No, I'm just kidding. But that's crazy. Green gold eyes. Who the fuck do we know that has green gold eyes and can shapeshift into a fucking beast?
Who?
Lysandra and Tamlin. So who the hell was that? It was not Lysandra. But I don't think Tamlin knows how to world block. Maybe he does. What? That's crazy. Oh my god. Sarah, what are you doing? I keep going back to her saying that the harp can reorder the worlds, and it's fucking with me. Because I'm like, yeah, Tog's definitely the past, but then, like, you literally have the fucking library, which is like the House of Wind, and then beasts showing up with eyes like Tamlin's. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? Ugh. Okay, also, fucking Holland. She couldn't help but feel a shred of pity for the boy. She's like, oh, this kid is fat. Fat with black curls. Like, he was like so evil too. Okay, this is important. So Selena's in the sarcophagus thing, right? And she says hi to Mort and all of that stuff. And Nehemia says, how is this possible? And Selena says, ancient spells and nonsense. Someone used a spell with the word marks. And then Mort says, someone? That someone is, and she says, shut up. Very similar to Amarin. And then she said, save it for someone who cares. And then Nehemia says, it's incredible. She whispered, gazing at the walls where the word marks had been written. What does it say? And then Nehemia says, death, eternity, rulers, standard tomb posturing. No, this was the fucking Asteri. Like Regulus. And then it says, as Nehemia strode about, Selena leaned against a wall and slumped to the ground. Sighing, she rubbed her heel against one of the raised stars on the floor, examining the curve that they made across the room. Do they make a constellation?
Wait. 5-pointed star or 8-pointed star?
It just says one of the stars raised on the floor. And then she said, do they make up a constellation? And it says, Selena rose to her feet and stared down. 9 of the stars made up a familiar pattern. Remember how they originally thought there were 9 worlds, and then they hopped to 11, and then they hopped to 26? They originally thought there was 9. The dragonfly. Her brows rose. She'd never realized it before. A few feet away, another constellation lay on the floor, the Wyvern. It sat at the head of Gavin's sarcophagus, a symbol of Aderlin's house as well as the second constellation in the sky. Selena followed the line that the shapes made, weaving through the tomb. The night sky passed beneath her feet, and by the time she reached the final constellation, she would have collided with the wall had Nehemia not grabbed her by the arm. What is it? Selena was staring down at the last constellation, the Stag, Lord of the North, the symbol of Terrasin. The constellation faced the wall, and its head seemed to be pointed upward, as though it were looking at something. An eye, no larger than her palm, was etched into the wall. A hole was bored into its center, a perfectly crafted puncture that had been carefully concealed within the eye. The word mark itself made a face, and while the other eye was filled in and smooth, this one held a hollowed-out iris. It is only with the eye that one can see rightly. So she just gallivanted around all the other constellations in the floor, but I wonder if it makes up, like, I don't know. There is no 9-pointed star. It could be like an 8-pointed star and then like one above it, like a crown. I don't know. Because again, it's like the same as CC3, the constellations in the floor of the prison. Selena concealed a smile as she put her eye against the stone and peered into the gloom. There was nothing, just a distant wall illuminated by a small shaft of moonlight. What the hell is that wall? Does it make sense to you? No, Mort said dully. Don't lie to me. Lie to you? To you? Oh, I couldn't lie to you. You asked me whether it made sense, and I said no. You must learn to ask the right questions before you can receive the right answers.
Isn't that like cereal?
Yes. What sort of question might I ask to receive the right answer? I'll have none of that. Come back when you have some proper questions. I'm a door knocker. It's not in my nature to make promises. Oh my gosh. All the word marks. Could you teach me how to read them? Oh, are you sure you're not too dim to understand? I would have loved for a Mort to just roast the shit out of Feyre when she went to the prison. Because she really needed a Mort to keep her humble. How was Celine's sarcophagus not there in the chamber like Elena's is for this constellation? It bothers me. The eye in the tomb hadn't been the solution to the riddle. No shit. I found a book on word marks in Davis's office. I can't tell if it's a riddle or a proverb, but someone wrote this on the inside back cover. It is only with the eye that one can see rightly. Sounds like an idle lord's nonsense to me. They always think that. Oh my gosh. The amulet, Selena. The amulet. The eye. Do you think it could be this eye? No, Nehemia said. It wouldn't be that easy. Trust me, it's just a coincidence, just like that eye on the wall. Nehemia, I hate that she was misleading her so much. She bothered me so much by the end that I really didn't care that she died. I really didn't, because she was pissing me off.
Too. Like,
we couldn't hear you. What did you say?
You like, thinking back on it, it makes me think of Danica. Like,
yes, she was the Danica. 100%. Oh my god. And then wasn't Philippa like Alice kinda?
Yeah.
Me of Alice. Holland. A spoiled child was easy enough to deal with, but a spoiled, cruel leader would be another matter entirely. He hoped that between him and Dorian, they could check whatever corruption was already rotting away in Holland's heart once Dorian ascended to the throne. What if they replaced Holland's heart with a Wordstone heart when he was born?
Okay.
Because why was he so evil as this little kid?
Because half of him is Valg. Because when King of Arderland nutted inside Georgiana, that Valg.
Yeah, but so is Dorian, and he's not evil.
Because the king was not Valg at that point.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
He still had some of his faculties.
Do we know that though? He was possessed as a teenager.
I'm not saying anything. I gotta go. Bye.
Wow, nice send off. I'm not saying anything. Bye. I like spoilers. Also, again, fuck off, Nehemia. You have power in you, Prince. More power than you realize. Why don't you just fucking come out and say it, Nehemia? Tell him what's going on with his magic, since you clearly know every fucking thing.
Yeah.
Again, like Danica, you couldn't just tell Bryce about her own goddamn power before you fucking killed yourself. Ugh. It sleeps in here. When the time comes, when it awakens, do not be afraid. When it is time, I will help you. You bitch. You didn't help him because you were dead.
Yeah.
When she had said that to them, something ancient and slumbering deep inside of him had opened an eye. Dun dun dun. Ah! Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, though, when I first read this, I 100% clocked all the black rings. I was like, they're being puppets. I don't know to who, I don't know to what, but those black rings are controlling them somehow. And I love that I clocked that shit so badly. I have, if I go back to like my folder of Tog reels, I was like, I knew it! When the clock tower comes down, I was like, I fucking knew it! 3 matching rings, 3 black rings to signify what? That they were bound in some way to each other? How had Roland gotten past his father's and Parrington's defenses so quickly? Because they're all fucking possessed. That's why.
Yeah.
And then I love how Dorian gets pissed at his father.
Yeah.
What row? You keep tightening the leash and it's going to snap. How about you spend a year in Caliculla, and when you're done, you two can sit here and tell me about your plans for expansion. You will mind your mouth or you will be thrown out of this room before the vote. I mean, not for nothing. Again, I know people love Reese, but I feel like Reese would absolutely pull rank like this over Nyx. If Nyx is like, what you're doing is wrong.
Reese pulls rank over everyone, including his own mate and his supposed brothers.
He'd be like,
I wouldn't be surprised if his mother was still alive. He'd pull rank over her.
Yeah.
All he knows is how to pull rank, because as much as he doesn't want to admit it, more than likely, he's a lot like his father, probably. Mm-hmm. He's gonna pull rank, and he's not gonna realize it's wrong, even when his own child is saying, "Hey, Dad, I'm your son. What the fuck? You didn't like your dad for doing this shit, and now you're doing it."
Mm-hmm. And then his powers come, and he punches through a fucking stone wall. God damn. God damn. I love that. Magic. Magic. He dropped to his knees and was sick. Oops.
Yeah. Oops.
Yep. Oops. Okay, but again, the ice, the cold, Azriel. The hallway was cold. It was freezing. I can't wait for Azriel to lose his shit and for the entire fucking hallway to go icy. That's what I want. And people to be like, oh my god, do you have the same power as Nesta? And then him to be like, that's why I understand her.
Yeah.
I still think it's really funny though that if he knows he hasn't told them because he enjoys winning the snowball fight.
Honestly, yeah, the fact that he's always won is kind of suspicious, because yes, he's a spy master. He'll just
it's my 999th win.
Yeah, but at the same time, it kind of makes you question how are Cassian and Reese truly not winning? I need to know the actual what is it that's happening where he is just
He's
that
using
good?
his ice magic.
Right, but even if he
Oh.
doesn't have ice magic, I need to know, what is it?
Although I loved how petty he was after Reese told him not to touch Elaine when he put rocks in it.
Yeah.
I love that. Like,
Yeah.
that is something I would do. You motherfucker! Pelting him with rocks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he was in such a rage that year that Cassian won. Him and Reese were so pissed at each other that they weren't even paying attention to Cassian.
They were just trying to beat the
just
shit out of each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Cassian was probably like, everything's fine and normal. I win. He's just clueless. Okay. She started speaking before she knew she opened her mouth. Dorian, what's wrong? He turned. For a heartbeat, there was something in his eyes that reminded her of a world long since burned, a glimmer of color and power that still stalked the edges of her nightmares. Ooh. Interesting. Yikes. Oh, and then Kale's like, I won't warn Selena about Nehemia. I don't blame him for that, but
Yeah.
magic had been dormant in the Haviliard bloodline for generations. Well, that means it can be dormant in any other bloodline for generations, like Briar's, perhaps.
Yeah.
And also, Briar has the black hair, and I will bet anything that she has the blue eyes too. I would love that. I would love if she was part of Dorian's line.
Yeah.
Families weren't exactly supposed to all think alike, were they? No, it's called free will. Oh my God, the Carnival of Mirrors. The Carnival of Mirrors. Funny, Sarah. Really funny.
Yeah.
Yellow legs. That fucking bitch. Okay, a crown of stars adorned her silver hair. Is that the crown of stars that Reese gifts Feyre from his room of crowns? It is. He has the witch crowns. I would be willing to bet they're from his mom's bloodline. Because
actually, because if we're going based off of Morgan being a witch line, wouldn't it be more likely that it was possibly from his father's line, since they're cousins through Reese's father and Morgan's father?
Actually, we don't. Yeah, well, are they though?
Yeah.
I mean, they're distant.
They're distant cousins,
Yeah.
but it has to be through the two fathers because of Care ruling over Hewn City. He was on the weaker side, so he got the smaller city to rule.
Yeah.
He didn't get the transfer.
But then if her mom is the witch and not Kier, then could it be the mother?
But Reese's mother.
So could
Reese's
it be
mother was
Illyrian? Moore's mother and Reese's father, and then Kier by marriage had the title because he's the male?
Well, yeah, because it was Kier's family that also had the Ouroboros.
Yeah.
So his family had that. So then Morgan's mom is the one related to, because if they're distant cousins, then that could be second, third, fourth, which means it's possible that Reese's father was like Morgan's mother's like first or second cousin.
Yeah.
And it could have also been through some kind of marriages, other things like that.
He has the fucking witch crown from Tog. But then Tamlin has Goldrin and it's Ruby and Aylin's wedding ring. So I don't know. It's so confusing. But it makes sense that Azriel would be a cousin too, because he has the ice that Dorian has. But then Eris and the Autumn kids would be cousins too, because Eris has his red cape, or Manon's red cape, one of them, because they both had red capes.
Yeah.
And so if Lady A was related to, I don't know, another of the Minorian line, that literally makes fucking everybody cousins.
Yeah.
Iron Teeth. Yeah, she was an Iron Teeth witch. Like, this is why I say Moore is an Iron Teeth witch, not a Croken witch. I mean, I think she's both at this point. I think the line's crossed and she's half and half. But I think in war, she uses her Iron Teeth. And that's why people are so terrified of her. Because all in all, she looks fey, which the Crokens did look fey, but I think she has the ability to be Iron Teeth as well. Like Manon. She was Iron Teeth, but she was half and half. Yeah, and then she has that flashback of what Ansel told her about her friend. I still think that the friend that was taken was Mama Archeron. And I think the witch that took her was Grandmama Archeron.
Yeah.
It just makes so much sense to me because she like never came back, and they're like, they assumed that she was dead or killed. Yeah. But they're like, oh, the bones were picked clean or whatever and looked like they had been there for weeks. So if it was the day before, those aren't the same. That's not the same kid. Like, that's not the same bones. These witches were capable of consuming a human child until nothing but clean picked bones remained. That crown of stars the witch had been wearing, and then her amulet had started feeling heavy and warm the way it had the night she'd seen the person in the hall. And then we have the Asterian horses. Yeah, a night black Asterian stallion stood within the pen, staring at them with ancient dark eyes. It's a fucking Valg horse.